Colorado College Tiger Hockey starts now with the voice of the Tigers, Jeff Thomas.
Power play attempt for the Sioux, launched by Andy Schneider, blocked in traffic. Parisi scores.
It started out as a nightmare. Zach Parisi, who didn't play against the Tigers in Grand Forks, scored 2 goals back-to-back, one on the power play and this deflection. 3-0 North Dakota after 1 period of play before the Tigers said enough.
Liebel digs it out in the corner. Looks to come inside, fights through a stick check. Turns away from behind the net, goes back towards the corner. Wheels out of it again, comes to the slot. Gonna get a backhander. He scores! Tyler Liebel!
It was the start of 5 unanswered goals, an improbable comeback. Joe Cullen, a blistering slap shot from the left circle. Tom Pricey from the right point, getting through the pads of Jake Brandt. Noah Clark finishing off Marty Sertich's attempt for a 4-3 lead. Joe Cullen's empty netter. All the result of a first intermission gut check.
We kind of knew that we didn't play too well, and we just kind of had to come out. Everybody kind of looked in the mirror at themselves, and we all kind of decided we had to work harder, come out, play better, and just get a goal or 2 to get into it.
We had the scoring opportunities. We just stuck together, and I don't know, showed a little bit of character. You know, it came together really well.
Last meeting of the WCHA's top 2 teams in the regular season, and another sellout crowd tonight at the World Arena. Good evening, I'm Jeff Thomas along with Jim Paradise. First place at stake, Jim. We're going to take a quick look at the standings here as CC leads now by 6 points, and it is a must for the Sioux tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they get themselves down in this situation, and it's a nice road for the CC Tigers, so it's an important game for University of North Dakota tonight.
31 points for CC. There are 9 games to play. 6-point lead over North Dakota with 11 to play. That's why tonight's game is so important. Now, the keys to the game. Let's first of all check out the power play. The Tigers have the best power play in the league. North Dakota now number 2, but it didn't matter last night. The special teams really didn't help CC.
Well, special teams was a downer for CC last night. I mean, they went 0 for 5 on the power play, and that's something we have probably not seen them do this year. So power play tonight is going to be important, and discipline's important also.
And on the penalty kill, the Tigers have the number 1 penalty kill. North Dakota now number 9. But that didn't seem to matter last night.
No, and just the opposite. North Dakota goes, I believe, 2 for 5 last night, and that's again something we don't see very often from the Tigers. So again, special teams tonight very important.
All right, now we're going to look at some numbers that you have not seen before. Postseason experience. 13 players on CC have been to the NCAA or the Final 5 in the WCHA. Only 5 for North Dakota, and one of those is not playing. Ryan Hale. Experience, I think, really did make a difference last night.
Well, and confidence does too. Experience and confidence. Both coaches talked about it, and it's always important in big hockey games.
The goaltending, the Tigers have the best goals allowed, best saves percentage, and that number 874 is hurting North Dakota.
Well, you can tell Coach Blaze brings 3 goaltenders on the road and making a different change tonight. They're starting a different guy.
Tough to do 2 games back-to-back. Do you think the Tigers have it within them?
Well, I think there's a good chance, absolutely.
All right, well, we're going to find out in just a moment. We're going to take a break. When we return, Colorado College Tiger Hockey on Sports 1240 and on Adelphia Cable 6. Stay tuned.
You'll score every time with the hottest and latest sports apparel around from Team to You. We have the largest selection of jerseys, hats, and gifts around. Team to You has every NFL, NHL, and Major League Baseball team in stock. And we offer the largest line of college team sports apparel anywhere. You can't miss with Team to You. Our knowledgeable staff can help you run down that perfect gift. No matter what team, Team to You is your one-stop shop. Don't go anywhere else. Go with the winning team. Team to You, corner of Boston Bluffs and Academy.
Adelphia has something for every member of your family, but if you're not getting Adelphia digital cable, you're not getting the best Adelphia has to offer. From the great Hollywood classics of the Fox Movie Channel, to the artistic gems of the Sundance Channel, and the Independent Film Channel, we've got the movies like no one else has. And with Trio, you'll be in front row for the biggest events in film, music, and theater. Get the most from your TV. Call today and upgrade to Adelphia digital cable, the best Adelphia has to offer.
Skate into the future. Sertich Ice Center offers top-rated learn-to-skate classes. Get some lessons. Join 8 30-minute classes with a student ratio of 8 to 1. Registration ends January 27th or when all spaces are filled. Free skate rental on the day of your lesson and 5 free admissions to our public skate sessions. Specialty classes include baby blades, hockey for fun, and coffee club. For more information, call 385-5983 or check us out on the web.
Are you having lighting problems? Call Spectrum. Indoors or outdoors, Spectrum does it all. Are you having problems with your sign, or do you need a new one? Call Spectrum. Spectrum is a full-service sign contractor. Do you need a licensed electrician? Call Spectrum. From minor repairs to major construction, they also do computer cable installation. Spectrum is a full-service lighting, sign, and electrical company. They have fully stocked radio dispatch trucks with one-day service. Build a relationship with one company and see how their diversity means savings to you.
Welcome back to the Colorado Springs World Arena. A moment of silence tonight before the national anthem was sung, as the families, the staff at NASA were honored and shown sympathy in wake of the tragedy here today of the breakup of the Space Shuttle Columbia. It's been a tough day for our country, but we seem to be resilient and bounce back from it. And our thoughts and our prayers do indeed go out to the families of those who lost their life in service of their country today, and to the staff at NASA that does such a terrific job in implementing our space program. Two teams huddled around the respective goaltenders here at the World Arena. Jim, we see some enthusiasm in the Colorado College Tiger huddle. I believe it's John Baldrica bouncing up and down behind his friend Curtis McElhaney, and the Tigers know what is at stake here tonight.
Well, absolutely, and I think it's important for CC to start out a little better than what they did last night. Obviously, it's important. You don't want to go down 3-0 to a team and take your chances of coming back like they did last night. But I think CC last night started out a little timid, kind of back on their heels. Coach Owens mentioned it. They got to come out and try and take it to North Dakota's start. And North Dakota, a team that's won 4 league titles in the last 6 years. The Tigers had the 3 prior to that 6-year run, so they're an experienced team. They know what it takes, and they'll be in this thing tonight. You can count on it. Yeah, no, I mean, they're going to come back and they're going to want to win. I mean, they cannot afford, as we talked about in the pregame, to go down two games, get swept in on the road. Well, here we go again. It's time for the fastest game in America, the Western Collegiate Hockey Association. Tigers send it deep, going right to left. Aaron Slatengren digs it out in the corner. Tied up by Parisi, retrieved by CC, sent to the point, and then tipped back into the corner. Looking for Joey Crabb in front of Matt Green. Tigers pick it up, turn it on net. It deflects off the stick of Slatengren to the point, and Mark Stewart rips it through the end zone. Colin Stewart will go after it with Quinn filing on his tail. Sent behind the net and rolled up the near side, and Brendan Boschensky, the top goal scorer in the country, is hipped off the puck by Joey Crabb. This is a good shift for the Tigers starting line of Crabb, Slatengren, and Colin Stewart applying the pressure, and now Tom Preissing is going to send it back towards the corner again. Fuhrer knocks Slatengren down. Sioux get it out, but the Tigers are right on it. Preissing rolls it ahead. It's Hasena who's come on, and Peter, with a 28-game point scoring streak, sends it deep. Matt Green rolls it to the point. The Sioux finally get it out, and when they do, they have iced the puck. So a minute has gone by, and Jim, the Sioux have not even seen the Tiger zone. Well, I mean, CC starting out very well. It's kind of what Sioux did last night. CC doing a good job, defenseman, getting it deep into the corners. Forwards, that big line of Joey Crabb, Aaron Slatengren, Colin Stewart, using their body, using their speed, and playing physical and doing a great job at it. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Olson Plumbing and Heating, Lithia Colorado Springs Jeep Chrysler, Centenary, Academy Fence, and Geico Direct. As the Sioux bring it to neutral ice, tapped away by Petio. Marty Sertich has a piece of it, but the Tigers are offside after the draw cleared the puck to neutral ice. On Friday of this coming week, the return of Don Lucia to Colorado Springs. There'll be a coach's luncheon at Gaylord Center, or Gaylord Hall, I should say, on the campus of Colorado College. There are seats available. Tiger Pride is sponsoring the luncheon. Don Lucia, Scott Owens, before Minnesota's date with CC at the World Arena next week, noon at Gaylord Hall, CC campus. Call 389-6336 to make your reservation. 389-6336. In the corner, behind the net, Sioux swatted up the far side, and Jason Noterman, who had one of the 3 goals last night, will bring it in against Jason Joseph. Along the far side half-board, he throws it behind the net up the near side. Picked up by Sena, rolled ahead to Noah Clark. Doesn't field it. Sioux send it back in. But they're making a change, and on top of it is Richard Petio. To Joe Cullen, who had 2 goals last night. To Sena, hipped off the puck, still sweeps it to one of his teammates. Tyler Liebel can get to it. Then Tyler is hipped off the puck. A little slow to get up, but appears to be okay. Now he goes in pursuit, fumbling the puck on the far side is Mike Perpich, and Liebel levels him. Sioux pick it up and clear it out.
And this will be an icing call on North Dakota. We'll take our first timeout. We played 2 minutes and 8 seconds. No score. Face off in the Sioux zone coming up. We'll be right back.
In 1921, we invented the overhead garage door system. It's who we are. It's what we do. It's our name. To be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door, look for the overhead door red ribbon. Overhead door, the only folks you need to know. Find us in your local yellow pages and look for the ribbon.
Welcome back to the World Arena. Face off. Right circle, North Dakota zone. Canzanello sends it down low. It deflects up top. Logs, launches, saves Zambita. Rebound loose. Digging for it, Brett Sterling. And it's tied up. And finally, down goes Sterling at the hands of Kevin Spiewak. Puck is in the mid of Josh Zambita. And we've got tempers flaring as Tyler Liebel is paired off with Ryan Hale. Joe Cullen stepping in with the Sioux. Chris Lineweber, and there will be penalties. Sterling to the box. The crowd is booing, as you can hear, undoubtedly for retaliation. A roughing call on Sterling, and we'll see what Spiewak winds up with. We'll see the action out in front of the net here as Laux goes to launch. Zambita makes the stop. Joe Cullen gets a whack at it, and there's Sterling digging in, and that's probably why Spiewak went after him. Sterling cross-checked on the way down, then gets up with retaliation. That the way you saw it, Jim?
Yeah, no, that's exactly. But Brett Sterling, James Laux doing a good job getting the puck on net. Last night he had a little trouble. He must have zoned that stick in a little better tonight, because last night he was firing him over the net. It paid off. But a great shot from the defenseman there. Brett Sterling doing a good job, you know, holding his ground, trying to take a whack at it in front of the net and causing a little commotion. Nothing wrong with a little of that at the start of the game.
Well, let him know you got the edge on. Icing by the Sioux. They'll face off right circle, North Dakota zone. Tigers win the draw. Mark Stewart sends it in the corner. Sena goes after it. First man there, however, is Andy Schneider, who sends it to the point. Pricing keeps it in. Launches over the crossbar, and I don't think Zambita saw that until the last minute. If it's on target, it might be a goal. To the point, Mark Stewart keeps it in. Sioux break it up. Tigers keep it alive at the blue line. Then it drifts out, and now they've sent Mason into the Tiger zone, and Pricing's in front of him. Swats it away, but they don't get it out. Now the Sioux come high slot. Shot by Schneider, knocked down by McElhaney. Tigers chip it over the glass and out of play with 17 minutes left in the first period. And we are scoreless. 1:19 left on the penalties to Sterling and Spiewak. Tigers face the Gophers here next week. These two games here is totally sold out. You don't want to wait for next weekend. If you're at home now, there are some tickets available, and you can call 576-2626 and get your tickets set up for the Tigers' big series with Minnesota here next week. Up ice, Colin Stewart. Zambita slows it down, throws it behind the cage up the far side of the half board. In front of Noterman is Slatengren. Then it's taken away by Noterman, then taken back by Colin Stewart. Throws it on net, and Zambita covers up. Josh Zambita, 5'9", 180, sophomore out of Porcupine, Ontario. Came to the Sioux in January of last year, a mid-season enrollment in Grand Forks, was recruited heavily. Colorado College was going to offer him for this fall. And Shell Benemark, as the faceoff is erased and will come over again, is the goaltender who is here because Zambita is not. And Dean Blaze told me before the game, Jim, that this is his Fisher cut bait game. He needs to show that he's worthy of the job here tonight.
Well, I think Dean Blaze is giving the opportunity to all his goaltenders, and obviously doing that by bringing 3 of them with.
Yes, that's the other alternate player, Mark Rankrantz, who was in goal when the Tigers skated that 4-4 tie on January the 4th. And Zambita allowed the first 2 goals of the night and got a seat on the bench, and Rankrantz mopped up. Sioux have it high in the zone, then it deflects to Slatengren, and Aaron will take the Tigers out of the zone on the right wing, looking for Colin Stewart. Deflects off his stick and deep, but they're going to say ice. With that icing call, we'll take another timeout. 28 seconds left on the penalties. We'll come back for a face-off in the Tiger zone in just a moment.
Take part in the Alternate experiment. Log on to alternate.tv. Check out new and different music. Register to win random alternate junk like t-shirts, CDs, and posters. Email your favorite VJs and request the music that you want to see. New music. Different music. Your music. Alternate.tv.
The Alternate Experiment at 4 and 10 p.m. Philadelphia Channel 2.
Back to action in the North Dakota zone as the Tigers dump it in. Picked up by David Lundbohm. Gets around Joe Cullen, but yields the puck to Canzanello. It squirts off a suit to the far side to Liebel. In at the right point. Goal and assist last night for Tyler. He gets out alongside the net, driven behind the cage, then dumps it back into the corner. Penalties are over. Spiewak and Sterling back on the ice. And Brett will dig it out in the corner. Comes to the circle. Slides it to Pricey. No, he had a golden chance. Fumbled the pass. And the Sioux break the other way. Here comes Spiewak. One-on-one against Laux. Laux plays the body. And Sterling plays the puck to the corner. Joe Cullen picks it up. Comes to the half board. Sterling whacks it out in front of the Tiger bench. It drifts into the North Dakota end. And Matt Jones picks it up near side circle. Rolls it ahead to the neutral zone. Pricing breaks it up. Then it pops up over the glass and out of play. Far side with 15:06 left in the period. Jim, it doesn't appear to me that North Dakota has the jump tonight they had last night. Either that or the Tigers are matching the intensity.
Well, I'd have to go with the second thing. I mean, Tigers are matching. They're coming out and playing very well in the offensive zone, and I don't think they talk about puck control. If North Dakota doesn't have the the puck, it's tough for them to control the play, and I think CC doing a good job.
Frischman backhands it in, and the Sioux quickly kick it out off the stick of Matt Lineweber. Goes to the corner of the Tiger end, the far side. Mark Stewart near side to Reed Goolsby. Reed chips it up the near side off the glass to neutral ice. It bounces off Fuhrer, but it also may have touched somebody on the Tiger bench. And Derek Shepard, along with Gary Pedigo, stop play for a face-off at neutral ice with 14:48 to go in a scoreless first period. Tigers won both games here a year ago, and it sent the Sioux into a tailspin that kept them from being at home for the playoffs, losing in the first round, not making it to the final five for the first time since Dean Blaze's first year. Tigers, on the other hand, parlayed that sweep into a stretch run that would lead them to the WCHA tournament after that 0-5 start, which really put them in a hole. Not so this year. They've been in command of the league since the onset. Puck loose behind the North Dakota net, freed up by the Sioux, gathered in by Fuhrer. Freshman defender puts it to neutral ice, tapped away by Pricey, gathered in Pulaski, right circle, centers, blocked by Lineweber. Pulaski takes it away for a moment, then it goes to the corner where it's picked up by Fuhrer and sent out of the zone. This goes deep. It'll be an icing call on North Dakota. We'll take a timeout. 14-14 left. No score first period. We're back in just a moment.
The Colorado Springs World Arena Ice Hall, home to figure skating, hockey, and speed skating world and Olympic champions. You can learn to skate on the Olympic-sized ice in a small group setting. Our classes are designed for skaters at every level. We also offer learn to play hockey and toddler parent classes. For information, call 477-2152. Go online to worldarena.com or visit the ice hall today and learn to skate at the home of champions.
No score here at the World Arena. Glad you've joined us on Sports 1240. Launched from the top of the zone by Petio. Nearly found its way past Sembita. Squirts to the corner, near side, then to the far side to Sena. Hipped off the puck, but Noah Clark is there to mop up. Gets a screen and a pick from Sena, who then takes the puck from Noah. Comes up the far side half board, pushed off the puck by Jones, who's a pretty fine defenseman for a freshman. He was on the U.S. junior team. Sioux get out. Ryan Hale puts it to center to Spiewak. Comes in, goes down, loses the puck. It's out front. Josa loses the puck, now picks it up. Near side to Sena. Tigers will break. Sena and Clark cross over. Sena dumps it back to Noah. Now up top and a drive. It's blocked by the defense. Loose in the slot. Petio plays the body and comes up with the puck. Leaves it along the near side boards. The Sioux will scoot it out. Joseph plays the body on Perpich, and that prevents him from breaking into the CC zone. Gathered in by Petio, headed Slatengren, tipped away, but right to Colin Stewart. Puts it on the left wing, headed for the corner to Joey Crabb. One-on-one against Andy Schneider. Crabb wheels and sends to the slot, poked away, and runs out of the zone. Mark Stewart right in front of Zach Parisi, taps it to Crabb. Taken away, though, by Schneider. Runs it ahead, poked right back out, gathered in by Crabb. 2-on-1 for CC. Crabb launches, it's just wide. Comes to the point to Pricey, who sends it down low. Deflects off the skate of Slatengren to the near side. Gathered in by Brendan Shanahan. I beg your pardon, Brendan Boshensky. Puck loose behind the net on the CCM, gathered in by Pricing, and it's Brandon Boshensky. I'll get his name right yet. Maybe if he would do something as the leading goal scorer in the country. He's been held at bay all weekend long. Haven't said his name too much. Tigers have done a great job on him. punch to neutral ice in front of the Tiger bench, gathered in by Laux, far side to Cullen, rolls it into Liebel. Liebel plays it off the dasher, and now they're going to say he's offside. Whistle at the last moment, and now we got players converging in the corner, and Joe Cullen in to protect for Tyler, Jim, with 3 green shirts around the junior from Osoyoos, British Columbia.
Well, I got to go back to one thing. I don't mind if he keeps screwing up his name. If he's not going to do anything, that's fine. It'll make it easier for the CC Tigers, but a good job by this line, getting in deep, and Tyler Liebel, he's always in the middle of it, and you can tell with the intenseness that that kid has, especially after last night's game, coming out and jumping right back on the same bandwagon and having a good start.
Except calling him Shanahan's making him better than he really is.
Well, still, if he doesn't do anything, it's not going to make a difference, which is a good thing, right?
In 100 years from now, no one will know what's even happened. Canzanello cross ice to Laux. Tiger end, clear to neutral ice. Joe Cullen gets a piece of it, and then David Lundbohm picks it up and sends it deep. Canzanello on top of it in front of Noterman, pushes it up the far side. Out of the reach of Liebel, but it does clear the zone, and the Sioux will have to get onside. Quickly up comes Green to Mason, who sends it deep, but he's punished by Laux for sending it in. Gathered in by Sterling near side as the Tigers break out. Laux up the right side, sends it in. Tiger forwards were just coming on, and most of them were along the near side boards, and Laux was far side. Laux hit from behind, down into the boards. He's all right. Then a huge hit by Trevor Frischman on Connolly. Puck loose in the corner. Connolly was headed through the circle towards the net, and Frischman said, Tigers cleared behind the net up the near side, but not out. Sent behind the net by Schneider. Trickles back towards the near side corner. Rory McMahon battling with Joseph. Down comes Frischman, and his shift has been excellent. Now he puts it on the right wing for Liebel. It drifts into the Sioux zone. Sterling after it. Liebel after it. Back to Sterling behind the net. Tapped away, and it comes to Liebel in the corner. Now he comes out from behind the net. It's chipped off his stick. It comes right to Sterling. A wraparound attempt, and it's knocked down by Sembita. In the slot on his backside. Sterling tries to shoot. Sioux pick it off and run it out. They're going to make a change. Pricing will have an easy pickup in the far side circle. Wheels up ice on the backhand to Pulaski on the back skate. Comes in at the right point, right circle. Wraps it around once Sioux, and as it comes to the net line, Weber steps in front of Sembita. The Sioux clear it out, and they have iced it again. We're still scoreless. We'll take a timeout. 10:47 left. First period. We'll be right back.
It's not just about making plans. It's about making a difference and taking an interest, not just earning it. At Edward Jones, it's about more than investing. It's about knowing you.
My every hope, my life, my world, it all begins with a dream.
Edward Jones, investing in you and your dreams.
Call Rick Gervais or Tom Carlson for a complimentary portfolio review today.
Back to action. Puck right corner. Colorado College zone. 4-player battle for it, up with it Spiewak. Battling against Colin Stewart. Now he's got Canzanello in his face. Works up the half board, tries to throw it down low. Block sent to the blue line and just out. Matt Green cannot keep it in. Dumps it back in. Sioux looking to make a change as it's picked up by Marty Surdich. Wheeling out left to right behind the net. Fights through a stick check, loses an edge, but he's given the puck to Petio. Now Petio overskates it. Parisi to Boshenski. Boshenski in the circle to Parisi. Launches. Piece of it by McElhaney over the crossbar to the near side boards. By this time last night, Parisi had a pair of goals. Centering pass tapped away in front of a crashing Quinn Filling. Filling has the puck out of the corner, comes out front right to Peter Sena. Chips it to the point, but not out. Tigers having a little trouble getting out of the zone, and now it's finally pushed out by Aaron Slattengren. Ahead to Noah Clark. Noah's being held to the ice as he delivers deep. Sioux get back in 3-on-2. High in the zone. Filling out of the point. Boshenski launches. Blocked by the Tiger defense. Backhanded towards the net wide. Sioux with their best crash of the night to the Tiger net. Keep it in at the point. Sent down low by Fuhrer. Off the boards to the far side. Joseph will go after it. Oh, and the Tigers, Colin Stewart gets a stick up on the shoulder of Zach Parisi. Parisi goes down like a ton of bricks, and Colin Stewart goes to the box with 9:20 left. First power play attempt, Jim, goes to the Sioux.
Yeah, I mean, CC struggling a little bit. As you said, they're having a little tough time getting it out of the zone. A bad turnover by a defenseman on the red line trying to make the play, and a 3-on-2 coming back the other way. But Richard Petio does a great job getting down and blocking the shot and helping his goaltender out. But again, it'll be interesting to see how the penalty kill comes out right away, and of course how North Dakota's power play does.
Looking at Gary Pettigo dropping the puck. Tigers get a whack at the first draw. and send it deep. Fuhrer cannot keep it in. And now Stambita out of the net with Pulaski chasing the puck. And Pulaski forces Fuhrer to go behind the net up the far side to Spiewak. And now he's got Frischman in his face. Finally wheels in, high center of the zone. Poked once by Pulaski and then launched from high center of the zone by Spiewak into the crowd and out of play with 8:58 remaining in the period and 1:38 left on the Sioux power play. North Dakota had 2 power play goals last night. They now move up to number 2 in the league on the power play charts. Faceoff will come above the circle, right side, Tiger zone, as McMahon, who Dean Blaze said was absolutely horrible on the faceoffs last night, so he moved him to a wing. And he's been tossed out of the faceoff circle. In comes Spiewak to work against Frischman. It didn't matter, Jim. Frischman won the draw and cleared it on to Stambita.
No, and a good play by Trevor Frischman right there. I mean, it's tough for the offensive forward there, our centerman trying to win that draw back. Or it's tough to do it, but Trevor Frischman doing what he has to and getting it out of the zone.
Sioux sent it through the corner, and right on top of it is Frischman again. Poked away, but right to Joseph. Jason's behind the net, rolls it up the near side to the point, and Lineweber cannot field it. Tigers have killed all but a minute 5 of the Sioux power plays. They dump it deep. It is held behind the net by McElhaney for Petio. Steps around Norderman, goes far side to Frischman. Back to Petio. Tigers try to clear. It doesn't work. Loose at the point, kept in, thrown down low, and wide open in front of the net was Norderman, but the pass did not connect. Tigers dodge a bullet. Picked up at the point by Boschensky, and then Schneider loses it, but they do keep it in the zone. 48 seconds left, 5-on-4 for the Sioux. Top of the zone to Schneider, who hails from Grand Forks. Now they're balanced off. First time they've really set up. Shot, launch, save. McElhaney rebound, and they throw it over the crossbar. McElhaney was down, and McMahon really missed it, but Kumak may have gotten a piece of it with the mitt. Puck goes into the far corner, dug out by Petio. Behind the net, he's just going to clear it out. 25 seconds left on the power play. Tigers get new wheels on the ice. As Cullen, Mark Stewart, who just now takes a good whack at David Lundbohm, joins Pricing and Goolsby. Lundbohm at the Sioux blue line with now 5 seconds left on the power play. Rolled in at the point, wrapped around Pricing through the corner behind the net, and McElhaney will slow it up. Tigers cleared up the near side. Penalty over. Lundbohm launches. The shot is wide. Rebound goes up the far side. Dug out by CC's Colin Stewart, who's just come out of the penalty box. Pricing plays the body, whacks it once. Stewart whacks it once, but then it's sent to the point. The Sioux try to keep it in, but Matt Jones is beaten to it by Joe Cullen, who sends it deep. And Tim Swider calls icing on the play, and the crowd doesn't like that one bit. And that one is a hard thing to understand with everybody in between the red line and the Tiger blue line.
Well, and I think the North Dakota defenseman almost got a piece of it right there on the blue line, trying to keep it in the zone. And when a defenseman steps up and tries to make that play, it's usually not an icing call.
Faceoff will come on the dot. Tiger zone, far circle. Sena against Connolly. Sioux come up with the puck to the point. Jones thought to launch, now goes back into the corner, but Laux has it, sends it behind the net up the near side. Gathered in by Marty Sertich, ahead to Sena. First the skate, then the stick. Sena's accelerating, left wing, Canzanello breaking a shot, and Sabita comes out, clears the angle and makes the stop, and Canzanello loses an edge and goes feet and knees first into the boards. He's all right, hops back up. Sabita looked sharp on that play, Jim.
Well, he came out on that very well. Great play by Peter Sena, getting that pass over to Andrew Canzanello, and Andrew trying to go upstairs, but Zambina coming out and you know, cutting off the angle and really controlling the puck well.
Face-off will come. We're going to see the rush here as Sena, seeing the C start to converge on him, goes to the wing, and Canzanello launches. In at the left point, filling one-on-one against Pricing, and Tom sweeps it away, but Boschensky has it. Sends it out front, and that ricocheted off Mark Stewart into the pads of Curtis McElhaney. Almost a cheap North Dakota goal. Slatengren taken down by Boschensky, and he swings a stick at him. Now let's see if Derek Shepard caught that. Boschensky will go to the box. Now the Tigers get their first power play chance, and what an opportune time, Jim, for the Tigers to get their first man advantage goal of the weekend.
Well, they did a good job on the penalty kill and a great kill, which always you know, gives you a little momentum. But obviously, like you say, a good opportunity to get that #1 unit out. They should be well rested. They had a shift in between, get it in the zone, move it around, and get some shots on net.
Look at the Tiger bench from our overhead cameras here at the World Arena. As Brett Sterling gets ready to See if he winds up with the puck off Peter Saina's draw, and it goes through to the far corner. Tigers on the power play for charity. Every time the Tigers score a power play goal, a charity gets $100. Olson Plumbing and Heating, Whitney Electric, CNC Sand and Stone, and Hoffenlee Real Estate, proud sponsor. Saina with the puck at neutral ice is whacked by Rory McMahon as he tries to dish a pass, and he tells Derek Shepard about it. But there is no call. He was really hammered by McMahon.
Well, I mean, even last night you could tell. Coach Owens talking about it earlier today. A lot of guys in the locker room getting some ice on it because there's a lot of stick work that was done last night, and obviously the same tonight. But they're going to do everything they can do to try and take guys from CC off their game.
Tigers have the puck off the draw, and we're just getting word that New Hampshire has beaten Maine. We'll elaborate in a moment. Pricing at the point. Cross ice, far side, Canzanello. Tigers are balanced off, half board to Noah Clark, far side. He takes it to the point, then in the corner to Saina. Saina starts to move laterally through the end zone, then goes back to the far half board to Noah to Saina. Out front to Sterling, shot save, rebound, comes to Pricing, controls it, sends it down low, some beat to the save, and he's got to cover up. As Matt Green is all over Brett Sterling, and now Noterman is in his face. Well, I tell you, Sterling picks some big fellas to go jaw to jaw with, or should I say jaw to belly button with, but he seems to relish it.
Well, I mean, he gets in front of the net. He does such a good job. He's always causing commotion, and he doesn't get out of the play. He's always maybe, getting in the goalies right in front of him, getting, causing a little commotion with that defenseman, but he's always got his eye on the puck, which is why, gets some goals in there.
Off the face-off, Laux launches down low to Laux on the return from the near side circle over the crossbar. The rebound to Colin Stewart. Tigers have changed up the power play. Stewart fakes the shot, goes down low center to Joe Cullen. It slips through to Laux near side. Through traffic, one-timer. Sembita comes across, makes the save, and it's pushed out of the zone. Tigers with good puck movement. Back into the Tiger zone is Mark Stewart to his brother Colin, who wheels up ice. Comes in high center. He's going to the net. He's in. He couldn't get the shot off. Sembita covers up as Joe Cullen gets a whack at it. And now Noterman's got him wrapped up as well as defenseman Andy Schneider. And Derek Shepard is watching all of it. Oh, what a nice break to the net by Colin Stewart.
Well, he does a great job going there. Makes a great move on the defenseman. And it looked like he fanned on the shot. Maybe the defenseman got a little extra stick on him right there at the end. But a tremendous move and a good job going to the net.
Tigers change up. Bring out the Sertich, Saina, and Clark line. You see the break by Colin Stewart. He just didn't have enough left to get the shot off. Tigers win the draw, send it through the end zone far side. Dug out by Noah Clark to Saina. Back to Noah. Traffic heavy over there as Saina works free at the half board to the point. Now brings it up top to Canzanello with 20 seconds left on the power play. Saina sights the net, takes the drive. That deflects just wide. Noah Clark will take the rebound. Puts it back behind the net looking for Sterling. Matt Green gets there. Sterling slows his clearing effort. Speedwack is on it. It's chipped to the point. Pricing breaking in. Sends it down low. Shot save. Rebound. And Sembita makes two big stops as Noah Clark and Noterman go toe-to-toe in front of the net. Intense effort on the part of both teams, and Sembita, who was chased in Grand Forks, is holding the ground sacred tonight.
Well, Sembita's come up with some great saves so far tonight, especially on this power play. Tom Pricing doing a good job. Puck does get out of the zone. He keeps his eye on it. Makes a smart play. Doesn't just swing in. It doesn't, shoot it into the North Dakota defenseman. Takes his time. You can see on the replay here. He just flips it in, finds the open man. And a good opportunity for Brett Sterling there in front of the net.
Back to live action now. The power play has ended. Puck is loose in the Sioux zone behind the net, rolled up the far side. We got a whistle and an offside call perhaps on CC. We'll take a timeout, come back to the World Arena. We're still scoreless here with 4:20 to play in the first period.
Adelphia has something for every member of your family, but if you're not getting Adelphia digital cable, you're not getting the best Adelphia has to offer, like the cutting-edge music of MTV2 and the outrageous stars of MTV Jams, the beat of VH1 Classic, and the rhythms of VH1 Soul, the spirit of great American country, and VH1 Country. Get the most from your TV. Call today and upgrade to Adelphia digital cable, the best Adelphia has to offer.
Welcome back to the World Arena. Puck behind the North Dakota net, where it seemingly has been most of the night. Rolled up the far side, picked off there, and then sent to neutral ice. The Tigers overplay it, and Boshenski's got a break, and it's a diving effort by Jason Josa to rob Boshenski of a clean setup for Zach Parisi. Tigers come up with it, and they're 3-on-2 the other way. Joey Crabb to Aaron Slatengren, fumbles it, comes in, left point, looks at the net. Now throws it down there, blocked by Lineweber, thrown through again, all the way through traffic. Launched by Laux, knocked down by Sembita. Crabb the rebound at the half board with 3:23 to go in the first period. Parisi intercepts a pass to the corner, chips it out. And this will be an icy call if it crosses the end line, but it's going to come right in on Curtis McElhaney, who slows it for Andrew Canzanello. To Laux, who has trouble with it, now works free behind the net, showing good poise, dishes up the near side, looking for Liebel to bail him out here as the Sioux set up the forecheck, and now they've sent it into the corner. Tigers need a clear here, and they may just get it. Liebel's going to control and come out. 3-on-2, right wing, played on the forehand by Sterling, but he can't control it. It goes behind the net. Sembita clears to the corner. Picked up there by Lundbohm, and the Sioux get out with 2:47 to go. Right wing pass behind Mason, but he chips it into the Tiger end in front of the Tiger bench. Grabbed by Pricing in the right circle, cross ice to Liebel, controls it first with the skate, then to the stick to Joe Cullen. He's wheeling in right point, wrist shot, and Sembita's got it in the midsection and hanging on with Cullen looking for a rebound, and more pushing and shoving with the 2:32 left in the period. We'll take our final timeout, come back for the balance of period number 1. We're scoreless at the World Arena.
Precision, accuracy, craftsmanship. Best Western Transmission. With Best Western Transmission's certified technicians and advanced technology, no one knows your transmission like the pros at Best Western Transmission. That's why we guarantee your transmission for as long as you own your vehicle, and at a price better than anybody else. The best warranty, the best price. The best in transmissions. Best Western Transmission.
We're back as the Sioux rush up ice, send it behind the CC net. McElhaney can't field it. It goes all the way past Connolly to the point. Dug out and brought behind the net, centered out front. Mark Stewart is right there to swat it up the far side half board. Noah Clark trying to fight through a stick check by Connolly. Tied up there, pushes it to neutral ice. Gathered in by Green, who sends it in off the sideboard and then behind the net, slowed by McElhaney and gathered in by Pricing. Long right wing pass to Noah Clark ahead to Saina. One-on-one. He muscles it past Schneider into the zone, and then Schneider recovers to pounce on it and send it out. Joseph picks it up in the Tiger end, cross ice laterally through the circles to Petio. Dumps it off the stick of Noah Clark into the Sioux zone. Both teams on the change, broken up in front of Filling, and that play, I believe, by Slatengren, Jim, causes the Sioux to come in offside.
Well, and the defenseman doing a good job stepping up too. I mean, last night, the first period, CC's defensemen were kind of backing into the play a little too much, giving North Dakota a little too much respect. But right there, all three, three guys, 2 defensemen and 1 forward, stepping up on that blue end and causing the turnover in the offsides.
Face-off will come at neutral ice just above the Tiger blue line on the dot, far side. With 1:35 left in a scoreless first period. Tigers have dominated, and North Dakota really has had but one good scoring chance. The Tigers have had several, but no finishes at either end so far. Colin Stewart lead to Slatengren, deflects to Crabb. Crabb comes into the circle to Slatengren. Can't pull the trigger, but he was taken down. Penalty coming to North Dakota with 1:18 left in the period. Interference as Slatengren went to the net, and the hooking call whistled by Derek Shepard, Jim, gives the Tigers the man advantage.
Well, obviously Andy Schneider from North Dakota a little upset with the call, and I didn't really see it. Good job by Aaron Slatengren going to net. Joey Crabb trying to get it over and making a nice pass. But, I mean, obviously CC with 1 minute and 17 seconds left, puck in the zone. You can see the replay here coming across. Does give him a nice little hook. I don't know what he's complaining about. He definitely pulls him down, and it causes Aaron Slatengren not to be able to get a shot on net. So a good call by Derek Shepard.
Tigers on the power play for Charity, second time this period. 1:12 left in the period. It'll carry over 41 seconds into period 2. Saina far side to Noah Clark, back to Saina in the corner. He's going to come out to the circle. Looks inside, comes all the way to the point, fumbles it once, then sends it down to Noah. The 2 gravitate through the circle, slid through traffic to Canzanello, down low, to Sterling, and shoved in by Peter Saina. Peter Sena has his first goal of the weekend, 28th of the season, a power play goal. And the Tigers draw first blood on a super pass through the slot from Canzanello to Sena, who bags the first goal of the night.
Well, I think that's something different that we did not see last night on the power play. The power play last night trying to force a little too much. Right there, the CC power play, that #1 unit, doing a great job, moving the puck, taking the time, making that nice pass through the zone, finding the open guy. Noah Clark brings it out of the corner, finds Andrew Canzanello coming down. Andrew Canzanello slides it across to Peter Sena, and Peter Sena right there on the doorstep.
We're going to see it here now. This is just selfless heads-up play by Canzanello, just sliding it through. And Sena is there. Even Sterling was there. And Canzanello thought certainly somebody would wind up with it. Tigers with a 1-0 lead here, a 5-on-4 goal as play stops for an offside call. Sena from Canzanello and Noah Clark. Noah last night picked up his 150th career point. Tonight his 151st, his 98th assist of his career, his 34th NCAA leading assist of the season. Canzanello's 40th career assist, 18th on the season, and Sena's 28th of the year, 83rd of his career. And another of what we have affectionately been calling a Hobie moment. Behind the CC net, Pricing up to the top of the zone to Crab, poked off his stick, right back to Pricing, throws it behind the net, near side to Colin Stewart. Out of the zone, off the chest to Crab, tries to push it ahead, Sue pick it off. Perpich tries to send it ahead, but Pricing's playing the body on Boschensky, and Colin Stewart clears it out. 8 seconds left in the period. Tigers with a 1-0 lead as Colin Stewart sends it deep. The horn's going to sound with the puck in the near side corner of the North Dakota zone, and the crowd is on its feet at the World Arena. Over 7,500 in the building tonight, and the Tigers, unlike last night, have a 1-0 lead after one period of play. A good effort on the part of the Tigers in period one compared to last night, Jim.
Yeah, absolutely. A good all-around effort. All three zones playing smart hockey. Offensively doing a great job getting the puck deep, obviously, and playing the body. You can see North Dakota a little frustrated with their play. I think it's all due to the fact that CC came out and played a much better start, or had a much better start tonight.
And the Tigers, as a result, take a 1-0 lead to the dressing room. We'll take a timeout, back to summarize our Tiger profile. All of that still to come after this timeout.
At Rex Tire, we know what keeps people coming back. It's not just one thing, but if we had to narrow it down to one word, it would be trust. People know they can trust Rex Tire to take care of their vehicles like they were their own, providing professional, expert service for your brakes, shocks, wheel alignment, custom wheels, and tires. We have a reputation that comes from experience and an understanding of our customers' needs. Take your vehicle somewhere you can trust. Rex Tire, serving Colorado Springs for over 60 years.
Adelphia now has news you can use, an informative program from experts on your health, home, family, food, and finances. It's interesting facts, useful and intriguing information. Plus, during the program, we'll let you know about websites you can visit for useful ideas, and we'll tell you where to send for free brochures and information packets. Adelphia's News You Can Use, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9:30 a.m. and 7:30 p.m. exclusively on Adelphia Network Television, Channel 2. It's news you can use.
You're on the go. You have things to do. And First Bank is there for you with free checking for a year.
And the convenience of a First Teller Visa check card.
And over 170 free ATMs. When you need help, First Bank is there.
First Bank, the Colorado bank for you.
First Bank, check them out.
Centennial Electronics is the largest electronics store in southern Colorado. We have everything for your computer, audio, and video needs, networking cables and accessories, audio, video cables, fiber optics for your DVD player, and parts for TVs and VCRs. Don't forget about old standbys like record needles, cartridges, and tubes. After 50 years of business, we know what you need. Centennial Electronics, 2324 East Bijou, behind the old Wards building. If we don't have it, you don't need it.
Welcome back to the Colorado Springs World Arena. Unlike last night, there is a goose egg on the scoreboard, but it's on the other side. Jim, Colorado College in possession of the goose egg defensively, but 1 goal to North Dakota's none, and it's a good start in game 2.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they came out and played a lot different the first period than they did last night. They were not on their heels. I mean, they were throwing it in, playing good, good forecheck, good zone, good defensive zone, everything. So CC having a much better start tonight than what they did last night.
Scott Owens said in his pregame comments on our radio broadcast that he didn't think the team would be squeezing the stick quite as much tonight. That's very evident.
Well, I think the only time anybody's squeezing the stick is when they're slashing or cross-checking at this point. Stick work getting a little crazy, but that's part of the game. So obviously, I think you can just see on that power play that CC had much better control and much smarter plays.
All right, we're going to go to the Tiger Tail, brought to you by Lithia Colorado Springs Jeep Chrysler and Academy Fence. The numbers are rather revealing. The Tigers outshoot the Sioux 4-1, unlike last night when they were outshot 6-1 to begin with and outshot 9-8 in the first period. And of course, Kumak is letter perfect through 1 period, and then the penalties, one of them additional to CC for North Dakota, 3-2, and there's a power play goal, and that's our score.
Yeah, and I mean, again, I think the shots are very telling on the forecheck. They're doing such a good job getting it down low, moving the puck around, playing the body, and making smart plays with it. But obviously, the power play tonight capitalizing on one, which is what we're seeing right now.
And a goal late in the period is very hard to respond to.
Well, it is. I mean, you go into the locker room and you're frustrated, and then then they score a goal on a penalty that they don't think they should have had, and I mean, you go in and you're frustrated, especially when the other team's taking it to you for the rest of the period also.
Something we have noticed here in period number 1, the Tigers have had a defenseman virtually every time North Dakota has penetrated within 5 to 10 feet out in front of Curtis McElhaney, even at the expense of maybe leaving somebody open. They are not letting that slot go unguarded.
Well, I think there's better communication between the defensemen and the forwards right now. You can see the forwards. Brett Sterling did a great job coming back one time, picking up not going in facing, forcing the puck. Defenseman was be able to read it. Brett Sterling went over to the front of the net. Defenseman goes to the corner and plays the puck. So, again, I think communication's a lot better, and obviously it's paying off.
Well, these two teams probably aren't worrying about it right now in the intermission. We knew this was a big series. First place at stake in the league. First place perhaps nationally, and tonight the door has been flung wide open for the WCHA to be the #1 team in the country. Maine falls to New Hampshire. Lanny Gare, 2 goals for the Wildcats tonight, and New Hampshire has defeated Maine. That leaves the door for first place in the country wide open.
Well, and obviously they're not going to know that in the locker room, but it's nice to be able to talk about it up here, and it's nice for things to fall in place for the CC Tigers, actually for the WCHA also.
I think they've earned it.
Oh, you're going to have no disagreement with me on that side. I mean, after last night's game and tonight's first period, good for, let's say good 3 periods of hockey so far this week, and for the Tigers, let's hope they finish it off well.
All right, that's the Tiger Tail. A look at what happened in the first period. We'll take a timeout. Our Tiger Profile is up next. Stay with us. Colorado College 1-0. First intermission. Programming continues after this.
So who uses Black and White Auto? I know I do. Something about these guys just makes me feel at home. Family operated since 1955, they treat my vehicle like it's their own.
Annie M and I take our work to Black and White. Their lifetime warranty even transfers to the next owner, and they guarantee an exact color match.
They're the wizards.
I use Black and White for their latest paint booths. My sealers, reducers, and clear coats go on smooth and dirt-free.
I'll say. So who uses Black and White?
The inner workings of modern heating and cooling systems. Finely tuned technology that could be your new career. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, jobs in heating and air conditioning are expected to increase up to 20% through 2008.
With my professional training, I'm in a steady career I really love. Best of all, I get to work both indoors and outdoors.
Call IntelliTech Colleges at 632-7626 for information on a solid career in heating and air conditioning service.
When I wear black, even a little dandruff shows, and my old dandruff shampoo just wasn't cutting it. So I switched to Selsun Blue Moisturizing Shampoo. Doctor recommended for flakes and itch, with aloe and moisturizers for healthier hair and scalp. Never wear black without the blue. Selsun Blue.
Here in Maine, my skin gets really dry, cracked, and itchy. So I'm a Gold Bond Lotion believer. Unlike ordinary moisturizers, Gold Bond Lotion is medicated, so it soothes my skin and stops the itch.
Gold Bond. More than a moisturizer, it's medicated to heal dry skin.
News 13.
You often hear about crime, but not about the people who fight it. They protect your rights, your family, and your community. News 13 focuses on various people you normally don't consider to be crime fighters.
If we weren't here, things would be out of control, and it would not, I don't think it would be safe.
From the coroner to a forest ranger, and what the key factor is in fighting and determining a crime. Crime Fighters, only on News 13, Sunday nights at 10.
Welcome back to the Colorado Springs World Arena. We head to our Whitney Electric Tiger Profile for intermission number 1. Whitney Electric is a proud sponsor of the Tiger Profile through the power of information, bringing you a lot closer to those that make the Tiger hockey program click. 1-0 is our score here. Brett Sterling is our subject, all 5'8", 165 pounds. That's after the team meal on game day, fully dressed.
Well, the numbers are always going to look a little better for you on there, but I mean, the kid plays like he's about 6'1", 200 pounds. I mean, unbelievable in front of the net, and just really causing a lot of hassle out there and doing a really good job for the Tigers.
It's amazing in that small frame the creator found a place for that big heart.
Well, I mean, and he plays with it. He really does, and that's why he's where he's at, you know, with the U.S. team, with the, you know, the Tigers, and he's a fun kid to watch play hockey.
Well, first and foremost, he's a champion. He was on the World Junior Championship team last summer. They didn't do quite as well this year, and of course he was hurt. But at that tournament, he and 4 other players, Mark Stewart from his team, and then the 2 Matts of the North Dakota defensive unit, Green and Jones, and Zach Parisi, all kind of worked one another over about the series going on in Grand Forks. That's where we begin our conversation on our Tiger Profile. As Brett says, all 5 watch the Sioux and the Tigers from a distance.
Oh yeah, I mean, we were both giving each other a few pokes here and there about this series coming up, because we knew that we were going to miss that series and that this would be the big series for all 5 of us. So we had some fun with it, and I'm excited to play against these guys. Can't wait.
When you got back, what did your teammates tell you about that series? What did they try to give you in the way of enlightenment of what to expect when the 2 teams match up again this weekend?
Well, it was just more or less the fact that, you know, we should have come out there, I think, with a win, especially on Saturday night, and we didn't get the points that we wanted. We got 2 points, which is good, but we could have liked to get 3 or 4. And just the importance of, you know, we're in first place in the WCHA right now. We need these points. It'd be nice to beat a top quality team like North Dakota, and just the crowd was great in Grand Forks, and I know it's going to be great here in Colorado Springs.
Are you playing as a team right this very minute as you approach the North Dakota series, like you were playing at Minnesota, against Anchorage, against Michigan Tech earlier in the year, or do you think you are still fighting out of some of the effects of the mental pressure of a long season that you did at Minnesota State and at Michigan Tech before the Badgers came in?
I think we're very much a team right now. I mean, we're playing our game right now. We had a great weekend against Wisconsin. We played pretty well, competed hard back on World Arena ice, and that's what we've got a week in hand on the World Arena ice, so that'll be an advantage for us, I think, here.
Was that almost as important as the 2 wins against Wisconsin last week?
Oh, definitely. I mean, the wins were important, but especially playing on this ice, it's a different size than most other rinks around North America. And it gave us a week to get prepared. Actually, we've had 2 weeks now of practicing on it, so we're ready, and I think we'll be ready for this weekend.
I know you and I have talked about camping out in front of the net, and much has been made about that this week, but you had a lot of reward for it this past weekend. How much of an encouragement to you is the ability to deflect a few things past the goaltender for all the abuse you end up taking?
Oh, it's definitely beneficial. I mean, sitting in front of the net and taking a beating is not always fun, but when you get a goal or 2 on a weekend, you know, it just builds up your confidence even more, and it gives you the strength to fight through all the chippiness that happens in front of the net, and just stand there and be ready, because hopefully next time you'll be able to chip a couple more in.
A couple more monsters on this North Dakota team that resemble what you saw with Wisconsin. Change your mind at all?
Not at all. I'll be sitting there all weekend, and, you know, they can move me if they want, but I'll be standing there right in their way the whole time.
What's your feeling from being around the veterans on this team with this week? What have you seen anything different in them this week that might even be a step up from what we saw when they prepared for Wisconsin last week, Brett?
Just the whole team, basically, as a whole, has been much more focused, much more prepared for this weekend. The seniors especially have been leading us. You know, our leaders have been out there, you know, working hard every day and trying to lead by example out there on the ice, and keeping everybody pretty businesslike so far. I mean, you know, you can have your fun, but you got to be ready for business when it comes down to it this weekend.
And that's one man that's always down to business. Hails from Pasadena, grew up near the Rose Bowl, and everything is coming up roses for Brett Sterling and his Tigers.
Well, and again, it's fun to watch the highlights there with him standing in front of that, just getting beat up. But he does do such a good job, not only there, but defensively. We talked about him tonight, you know, watching and seeing the game and being able to read, and it really helps out, you know, for defensemen to be able to have a forward come back like that.
You played with Peter Geronazzo, who took that kind of abuse out front, and it takes a special type with a real passion for the game.
Yeah, the only thing about Geronazzo, he had about 4 more inches and probably another 20 pounds on Brett Sterling, but nothing against Geronazzo. But again, Brett, you know, the size that he plays is a lot different, or the way that he plays is a lot different than the size.
On a serious side, you cannot win without people like that on your team.
No, absolutely not. And I think that Coach Owens and his staff do a good job in recruiting. I mean, you meet guys, you talk to guys on this team in the locker room, you see them before or after, and very quality individuals. And you can tell there's a lot of them here just playing with heart. We got a lot of talent on CC, but again, there's a lot of heart. And I mean, the perfect example right there.
Well, they're going to the heart of the Tiger fans. They've got a 1-0 lead on North Dakota. Possibility of a sweep looms, but 40 minutes left. That's our Tiger profile from Whitney Electric. Stay tuned. Second period up next after this.
Hi, I'm Don Bates of Don Bates Insurance, your area Safeco agent. You know, it's important to consider local representation when buying auto, home, or business insurance. Of course, you can get it by mail order or from the employee of some big company, but at Don Bates, you have an independent agent representing great companies like Safeco. You get local attention from people who really care. We've been in Old Colorado City for 43 years, and we'd like to represent you.
Dishes have come in handy since the cutbacks. Old man here's going pro.
The dish makes a good pizza.
What I want to dance, coach. No, you don't.
Want the dish? Yeah. Get the dish.
You the man.
No, can you give me a hand?
You the man.
Sure, you can do a lot with a dish.
Yeah, you're the man.
But with constant weather interruptions and signal problems, do you want to bother? Cable's your best choice. Adelphia Cable, the connection you can count on.
Skate into the future. Certich Ice Center offers top-rated learn-to-skate classes. Get some lessons. Join 8 30-minute classes with a student ratio of 8 to 1. Registration ends January 27th or when all spaces are filled. Free skate rental on the day of your lesson and 5 free admissions for a public skate session. Specialty classes include baby blades, hockey for fun, and coffee club. For more information, call 385-5983 or check us out on the web.
All about your hometown. It's all about friends and family. It's all about the lives we live. It's all about the world at home. It's all about a place that we all share. And every little way we show we care. It's all about the lives we live. It's all about the world at home.
We are back to the World Arena. First intermission just about over. Both teams still coming out onto the ice. And here in the World Arena, a visit from an old friend, Jeff Sauer, retired coach at Wisconsin, all-time winningest coach at Colorado College with Don Lucia in the booth. Looking at the game tonight, his daughter Beth is working in Denver, and of course she's a CC alum too, Jim. And Jeff just means so much to college hockey. I know that you did not play for him, but you played against him, and you know what it was like to face his Badgers.
Well, absolutely, and I think there's a lot of difference that what was there, and you see this year what's there now. But obviously last year with Jeff Sauer, his last year I was at the Blue Line Luncheon and heard some great stories, and a big part of college hockey.
Wonderful human being. And I can say today that if it were not for Jeff Sauer, I would not be here having the wonderful responsibility of being a part of Tiger hockey. He's the one that talked me into it, and I have enjoyed it ever since. Hitting at neutral ice right off the bat, and Matt Green loses his helmet, and he may get tagged for being on the ice without a helmet. Well, there's a cross-checking call being made.
Yeah, it's going to be Otterman or Noterman coming across. I mean, Peter Sena doing a good job using his feet, put the puck up, and Jason Noterman coming across. First, he gets a good hit on the boards, but he follows through so high with the stick. And I mean, you could tell towards the end of the period, last period, you know, Jason Noterman getting a little out of hand. And I mean, discipline is something that Dean Blaze talked about last night, and I think both coaches talked about it tonight. I mean, with the power plays and the way the talent these teams have, you got to stay out of the box, and a very undisciplined penalty right there.
And the most penalized team in the WCHA has now taken its fourth. 2-1 on the Tigers, and the Tigers with a 1-0 lead on the power play for Charity. A cross-checking call on Noterman, Rochester, Minnesota senior, 5'10", 183 pounds. Also a penalty kill specialist, so one of their penalty killers in the box as Sena has it at the point. In the corner to Noah Clark, back to the half board to Sena. He has one goal already tonight. Cross ice far side, picked up Pricing to Sena. Sights the net, then wheels, and no looks behind the basket looking for Noah Clark, and it's intercepted by Marvin up the far side, picked off by Pricing, sent behind the net to Sena near side half board and dished back to Clark in the corner. Tries to center, that's blocked by Schneider, who tries to clear. Clark's got it, keeps it in, sends it back to Sena in the corner. Runs it back to the half board to Noah as the Tigers balance off. Up top to Canzanello to Noah. Starts to move in. Now he's going to take the shot. That's blocked. Loose in the slot. Overskated and run out of the zone as Pricing came down for it. And Ryan Hale got his stick on it as the Tigers bring it back in. And then they're caught offside. Noah Clark held in the zone by Andy Schneider and complains that he was being held. And then Schneider takes a run at Noah. And the officials step in quickly as tempers are warm, if not heated, here in the World Arena early in period 2.
Well, Jeff, I think if CC's not on the power play at that point, I think that's going to be a penalty. I mean, there's no doubt that Noah Clark's trying to get away right there, pulling the stick, and a good job by Andy Schneider with North Dakota, you know, drawing him off sides or keeping, not drawing him off sides, keeping him off sides.
Top two teams in the league, maybe the top two teams in the country, and the officials do not want to put them 5-on-3. Puck goes through the corner, and probably that's the way it should be. Picked up by Liebel to Joe Cullen, top of the zone to Mark Stewart, back to Colin Stewart at the half board. Fakes the shot, now comes to the point. Goes down low to Liebel, plays the pass, centers, blocked. Rebound taken and sent behind the net by Matt Green. Goes to the corner. Laux trying to gravitate down from the point. Keeps it alive as it drips to the point. Sent on net by Colin Stewart. And Josh Sembita covers up with 18-16 left in the second period. 29 seconds left on the power play. And the Tigers with a 1-0 lead. Both teams changing up. Top power play unit coming back out. I should say only the Tigers changing up at the moment. The Sioux keep their same 4 out there. Sena wins the draw. It goes to the point to Price. He throws it on net. Sembita didn't see it. The shot was just off target, or this would be a 2-0 game. Rolled into the corner. Battled for it near the end line. Comes to the point. Canzanello has trouble with it for a moment. To Noah Clark to Sena. Wheeling in. He's got a shot. Saves Sembita. Wheels to the corner with it, but it comes off the back of Matt Jones. Right back on Sembita. And then a collision in front of the net. And one of the Tigers taken down over the top of Sembita.
Well, Brett Sterling right down in there again. And time and time again, we see him down in front of the net causing some commotion. But a good job by the CC power play, letting the puck go through and getting it to net and causing a little commotion.
And Tim Swader and Gary Pedigo having to separate Sena from filling, as we'll get a look at the effort on the part of the Tigers to get their second power play goal. You see Sembita took a whack at it to send it to the corner, ricocheted right back off Matt Jones into harm's way, and the Sioux pile on. And there are going to be penalties here with 17:57 left in the period. We'll take a timeout, come out for the balance of the Tiger power play. It'll be 4-on-3, or perhaps still stay 5-on-4 after this timeout.
In 1921, we invented the overhead garage door system. It's who we are. It's what we do. It's our name. To be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door, look for the overhead door red ribbon. Overhead door, the only folks you need to know. Find us in your local yellow pages and look for the ribbon.
Here we are back to action. Quinn Filling for North Dakota and Peter Sena for Colorado College. And the Sioux drive it on net from the right point, knocked down by McElhaney. We're back to 5-on-5 as the power play is over. Tigers 1 for 3 tonight. Rolled at neutral ice, drifts right past Zach Parisi to Mark Stewart, ahead to brother Colin. High center in the zone. He's going to look at the net, and he's going to take a shot, and it's blocked by Lee Marvin as the Tigers. Colin Stewart digs out his own rebound, marches down the slot, takes the shot. It's blocked. It comes high slot. Tigers keep it in as Petio rips it into the corner. Sioux clear it out. We're going 5-on-5 here with 17:03 left in a scoreless second period, but a 1-0 lead for the Tigers coming into period 2. Far side, Josa ahead off the stick of Frischman. Dug out Goolsby, sends it across the slot. Sembita stuffs it to the near side wall. Rolled to neutral ice, overskated once, then picked up by Conley. Comes in at the left point, throws it down low, deflects off Josa, off the end boards, up the far side. Not handled by Goolsby, sent back in by Lineweber, and as he sends it in, the Sioux are offside with 16:38 to go in the second period. Tigers still, Jim, with that 1-0 lead.
Well, I tell you what, Coach Owens right now is doing just a great job at matching lines, and you know, Aaron Slattenger, Joey Crabb, Colin Stewart, he's putting them out against that Parisi line with Filling and Bochenski, and they're really doing a good job of holding them at bay. I mean, doing a good job on the forecheck and physically just playing real good against that line.
Laux with the puck off the draw, throws it to neutral ice, deflects off Frischman along the right side half board to Pulaski, and then it ricochets to the point and out of the zone. Laux backs off with it to get the Tigers back on side. Pulaski trying to tip it ahead to Goolsby, has Fuhrer in his face, but he retrieves it and backhands it deep. Lineweber behind the Sioux net, backhands it left to right up the near side. Around the right half board, Pulaski tries to keep it in, taken away Perpich. Sioux get out, and they've got a man ahead of Canzanello. This is Ryan Hale, and Canzanello catches him from behind, does a good job of wrapping him up without interfering, and the Tigers clear it out. Nice job. Deflection at neutral ice. 2 Tigers and a Sioux go down as Cullen sends it into the far side corner. Picked up by Matt Jones behind the Sioux net, tries to get it around Sterling, but Sterling has it. He's wrapped up by Hale. Now Matt Jones comes in to help out and sends it up the far side to Kevin Spiewak. Spiewak pushes it out of the zone, looking for Perpich, ridden off the puck by Pricing. Liebel tries to whack it into the Sioux zone, and it ricochets back deep into the Tiger end. Waiting for it, though, is Mark Stewart ahead to Liebel. He just runs around Matt Green into the corner and pays the price with a hit, but delivers the puck, and one of the Tigers ripped to the ice. No call as Sterling was taken down. Noterman wheels the other way, one-on-one against Pricing, looks inside. Pricing plays the angle and drives the puck into the corner. Brought up top, Schneider launches, saved by McElhaney, pushed out by Marty Sertich, who's just hopped on. Puck at neutral ice. Sioux pick it up, and Mason sends it in. Alongside the cage, McElhaney slows it up for Pricing, up the far side, turned on net, and a nice shot by David Lundbohm. Sioux starting to buzz here, trailing 1-0. 14:49 left in the period. Puck free far corner, drifts to the half board. Sterling has it, tries to punch it out and does, but it'll be an icing call on CC. We'll take a timeout. Tigers were looking for a change anyway. We'll be back after this timeout. 1-0 CC.
Powerball. You got game? Don't wait to see the winning numbers. See them first on Adelphia Channel 2. Catch the live drawings every Wednesday and Saturday nights on Channel 2 at 9 o'clock. Proceeds from Powerball stay right here in our state, benefiting your parks and recreation. It's your ticket to a more beautiful Colorado. Be the first to see the winning numbers. Live every Wednesday and Saturday at 9 o'clock on Adelphia Channel 2. Powerball. It's powerful stuff. Brought to you by the Colorado Lottery.
Back to action at the World Arena. Puck in the far side corner, North Dakota zone. Sent alongside the net. Tigers got a chance out front. Sena's wrapped up on the rebound attempt by Genoway, and the Sioux get out. Connolly at the left point tries to send it deep. Fans on it. Laux bottles him up. Now they do get it to the corner. Rory McMahon battling with Canzanello. Kanzi's got it on the skate, kicks it up the near side. Noah Clark will come down to help out, runs it off the dasher, and now will try to get it out in the face of McMahon. He finds Laux at center ice. Laux at the left point, pulls up, sends it through traffic. Slattengren is just behind the pass. Digs it out in the corner, tries to center it. As Sena was open, the Sioux intercept. This is Quinn Filling in front of the Sioux bench, and Laux rides him into the boards. The Sioux want a call. There's just contact. There's no interference. Puck comes to the point, dug out and backhanded towards the corner. Picked up Jones, fires, McElhaney the save. Long reach rebound attempt by Mason, thwarted by Petio, who now ties up Filling behind the net. Puck loose, 4-player scrum, kick to the corner. It's dug out there by David Lundbohm, their assist leader. Taken away momentarily by Crabb. Now it goes to the slot, and Laux has it, backhands it out slowly. And Jim, right now, as Crabb goes after it, Sambita comes out from behind the net. The Sioux are having the better hand of it offensively.
Well, they're winning the one-on-one battles right now. CC struggling a little bit on their defensive zone and really just struggling on the one-on-one battles.
Sent in by Colin Stewart. Sambita will hold on to it. Rolled up the far side. Boshenski in front of Mark Stewart. Pays the price. Puck goes to Pulaski, then to Pricing. Muscled back into the CC zone by Boshenski after the hit by Stewart, but he brings it in offside. 12:50 left, second period. North Dakota, and this is a little hard to say. Not hard in the sense that it's not good news, but hard to believe that it's actually happening. We're almost at the midway point in the game, and the #2 scoring team in the league in the nation, Jim, has only 7 shots on goal.
Well, I mean, I think it is due to the fact that CC right from the start there, they were, really playing and controlling the puck. But right at this point, tides are changing a little bit.
One of the Sioux going down into the boards, and a stick up underneath the chin puts Connolly on the ice, and it's going to put a Tiger in the box with 12:40 to go. The Sioux will go on a power play. We'll take a timeout. We're back for the Sioux man advantage after you see and hear this.
When I wear black, even a little dandruff shows, and my old dandruff shampoo just wasn't cutting it. So I switched to Selsun Blue Moisturizing Shampoo. Doctor recommended for flakes and itch, with aloe and moisturizers for healthier hair and scalp. Never wear black without the blue. Selsun Blue.
Here in Maine, my skin gets really dry, cracked, and itchy. So I'm a Gold Bond Lotion believer. Unlike ordinary moisturizers, Gold Bond Lotion is medicated, so it soothes my skin and stops the itch.
Gold Bond. More than a moisturizer, it's medicated to heal dry skin.
12:40 left on Sports 1240. Second period as the Sioux go on the power play with the puck in the Tiger end. Near side half board. Attempt to center. Ricochets to the point. Schneider sends it down low. Parisi controls. Comes to the corner in front of Joseph. Brings it back up top to Schneider. Cross ice to Lundbohm. Has it poked away. Takes it back. Fires on net. Save McElhaney. The rebound comes right to Joe Cullen. Cullen will skate out of his zone. And he doesn't get much on it to cause the Sioux to start from scratch. And quickly Parisi wheels up ice from Lundbohm. One-on-one against Petio. Fires. Richard blocks it. It comes in on McElhaney. And we got a pile of players in front of the net as Mason throws Cullen into McElhaney. And Noah Clark pairs off with Boshenski down low, and 11:51 left in the period. 1:11 left on Pulaski's penalty for high sticking.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, and both teams are doing it right away tonight, and have been doing it, but going to the net very hard. And when you got a goaltender on his game, you want to try and get in there and cause a little commotion and get off his game. And you can see here, North Dakota doing a good job. 3 guys standing there going right to the net and pushing and shoving a little bit. But again, it's part of the game, and it's going to happen.
Launch from the left point, blocked in traffic. McElhaney got a piece of it. Sioux have the rebound. Fuhrer at the right point. High center in his own, throws it down low. He hit the post. And then it right into the glove of McElhaney. I believe that deflected off the post into the glove of McElhaney. The Sioux came dangerously close to tying it up on the power play. 1:01 left, and at the moment, the way the Sioux are coming, it feels like a lifetime. Trying to protect the 1-goal lead as McMahon steps in against Joe Cullen. We're looking at it now. We'll see on this angle. No, it never did hit the post. McElhaney had a clean save. Here's a shot that goes through the circle, picked up by Pricey, whacked up the near side, kept in by Lineweber, who this time seals off. Along the half board, Noterman to the corner, and back up top, and Lineweber vacates, and the Sioux have cleared it out on themselves. Puck goes into the right corner. North Dakota zone. Overskated by Fuhrer, then he picks it up, misses Spiewak, and Noah Clark gets it and sends it deep. And there, Jim, is just a case of not paying attention. You make one slight mistake, you got to start over again. McMahon sends it ahead, misses Spiewak, and goes into the corner where Simon takes a hit from Spiewak. Sioux dig it out, bring it up the near half board to the point. Lineweber to McMahon, back to Lineweber, who launches. That's deflected over the crossbar, off the glass to the point. Kept in, sent down low, deflected wide behind the net, swept up the near side at the half board, punched into the corner. Sioux backhanded behind the net, and Filling will have to chase it down far side. Power play about to end, but the Sioux are in the Tiger end. Hopping on is Pulaski, back to 5-on-5, puck loose in the corner. After it, Spiewak and Canzanello. Canzanello whacks it up the far side. Saina chips it to the point, but can't get it out. However, Filling carries it out of the zone with Pulaski all over him. Brought in at the left point by Lundbohm. Loses it to the corner to Canzanello. Comes out behind the net up the far side to neutral ice. Backhanded pass looking for Sterling. Intercepted, sent back in. This one comes off the end board. Swept behind the net by McElhaney. Down goes Josa. Tigers sweep it up the far side, but not out. The forecheck of North Dakota here in the second period has been very effective. Working behind the net, Mason tied up by Sterling, giving away a lot of size. Mason wins the battle. Top of the zone to Jones. He fires. Comes off the end boards alongside the cage. Dug out Lundbohm in front of Josa. Josa ties him up. Now Canzanello joins in along with Perpich. It pops free behind the net. Swept up the near side by Sterling, but not out. Jones sends it back to the corner. Tigers with 9:39 to play in what has been a scoreless second period, clinging to a 1-0 lead, but the shots are starting to close up. And now it's fumbled at the point by Green, and a breakaway for Noah Clark. Joining the fray is Slattengren to Joe Cullen, who shoots it wide. Covered up by Sembita. The puck comes to the goal line, and no one can shove it in, but they can shove each other as Cullen gets in the face of Perpich, protecting Noah Clark. And now tempers are really at an edge.
Well, CC getting a good break there, right? That whole offensive zone or offensive forecheck for North Dakota really coming on strong. Both Andrew Canzanello, Jason Joe's out there for the full penalty kill basically, and ended up getting caught a little longer, but good break, getting good bounce, and Noah Clark coming down the side, making a nice pass. Joe Cullen making a nice shot, just missing that wide, getting a good one-timer off, and obviously Noah Clark standing there trying to get that nice little grinding goal again.
Well, you see the good work by Sembita too, because Noah Clark held him to the post as long as he could, slid it across, and Sembita was there when Canzanello was ready to unload, or Cullen was ready to unload.
Sembita's having a good night tonight. I mean, CC could be up a couple more goals. They made some really big saves.
9:23 to play, 10:37 in. Penalties, coincidentally, to Joe Cullen and to Perpich. And now the goalpost dislodged at the north end. We'll take a timeout, come back for the 4-on-4 skate that is about to ensue here. We'll be right back after this timeout.
My old dish makes a handsome rotisserie.
We're all very proud of yours dish paintings.
I just don't understand why my dish chandeliers aren't selling.
Dish cooked chicken is mighty tasty.
Sure, you can do a lot with a dish, but with more services over one simple connection, like high-speed internet access, cable is the best choice. Adelphia Cable, the connection you can count on.
We're back at the World Arena. Tyler Liebel draws a penalty in the right corner, and going to the box will be Andy Schneider again. As Liebel is wrapped up, he is so quick in the corner, you have to put a stick on him. And the Tigers will get a 4-on-3 for 129 and 5-on-4 for 31 seconds. And the North Dakota bench is beside itself with that call. Ryan Hale over talking to head referee Derek Shepard and just shaking his head. Ryan Hale, who hails from Colorado Springs, his brother David not in the lineup tonight, just drained after 2 hospital visits for spiking a fever of 104 Thursday night and again Friday morning. 8:52 left, second period. 11:08 in, and we see Schneider to the box. Second time tonight. 2-minute minor, and he's talking to the crowd. Tigers on the power play for charity. It's their 4th time tonight. Top of the zone, Canzanello fakes the shot, comes to Noah, back to Andrew. Quick touch pass. Canzanello comes over to the near side, fakes the shot. Now comes to Noah. First the skate, then the stick, far side, one-timer. Oh, what a shot by Pricing that just missed. Rebound dug out by Saina. To Noah Clark, and then back to Peter at the half board. Peter walks into the circle, comes top of the zone to Canzanello. Looks at the net, comes back to Peter. One-timer, that hits Noterman right in the chest, and then Noterman takes a shot at Saina after he clears it out. Tigers 4-on-3 for 53 seconds. They have 1 power play goal already tonight. They've given $100 to Chins Up. Puck in the right corner, CC zone, dug out by the North Dakota zone. Saina's got it. Nearly tied up with both Noah Clark and one of the Sioux to Fuhrer. Then up top to Canzanello, quickly back to Sena. Cross ice, Pricing's one-timer, just missed again. Oh, he has unleashed 2 rockets. And they've just been over the crossbar, just missing each corner, top corner of the net. Pricing at neutral ice, 21 seconds left, 4-on-3. Mark Stewart into the circle, then to the half board, then back up top to Noah. Goes to the other side, and Sena zigged when the pass went zag and has to go far side to get it. Top of the circle, now near side to Mark Stewart, who launches. Sembita out of his reach, but also off target. Comes to neutral ice, Sena chips it back to Pricing, cross ice to Mark Stewart. Now 30 seconds, a 5-on-4. Tigers trying to make a power play goal, lift them to a 2-0 lead. Flipped in and an icing call. The Tigers have iced the puck with 7:13 left in the period. We'll take a timeout. We're right back to the World Arena for the balance of the power play after this.
Way back in 1913, Matt Whitney started his own electrical service business. Today, the Whitney family owns and operates the oldest electrical contracting business in Colorado Springs. We specialize in everything from commercial wiring to high-tech data communications, cable, and services. For almost 90 years, we've been proud to serve Colorado Springs and the southern Colorado area. Since 1913, Whitney Electric has been wired to the future.
Tigers still fighting to get out of their own end off the faceoff. Power plays are now over. Tigers are 1 for 4 on the night. Up the far side, punch back to the Tiger, and Schneider, a between the legs pass misses, but the Tigers attempt to get back the other way is picked off by Schneider, who sends it deep. McElhaney will leave it alone as Joseph gets to it. We got a whistle, we get more contact, and we got a high sticking call coming against CC. And Colin Stewart, I believe, is headed back to the box and is again going to talk to Derek Shepard. Between he and Andy Schneider, the two of them have had more respite time than most everybody else combined.
Well, Ryan Hale doing a good job coming to the neutral zone for North Dakota, and 25 in the green. You can see him. He's been all over the place tonight. A lot of speed, playing obviously in the home building here, being from Colorado Springs. But Colin Stewart trying to hold him up. Stick gets up a little too high. Ryan kind of takes a gives a little extra on the face mask, and obviously draws a penalty.
North Dakota's second power play of this period, third of the night. Puck behind the CC net, rolled up the near side by Pricing, and no one is at the point, so the Tigers catch a break with the Sioux out of position. Lundbohm goes back into the zone to get it. He's tied up by Pulaski, driven to the corner, and delivers behind the net near side. First 30 seconds of the Sioux power play goes by without them getting set up. Now Boshenski tries to bring it in, does. He's at the right point, throws it into the corner. Frischman will get there first, but Schneider's coming at the same time. Sent behind the net, Boshenski has it, dishes back to Parisi in the far corner. Parisi will work up the half board and come to the point, then a no look behind the back to Mason in the corner. Mason behind the net to Boshenski. Looking inside, it comes top of the zone to Parisi. Launched by David Lundbohm, and Kumak saw it all the way. Easy kick save to the corner. Rolled towards the point, picked off by Boshenski. Sights the net, drives it. There's traffic out front, but the Tigers block it before it gets past the circle and send it deep. Both teams will change, and now Slatengren comes on with Fuhrer, and Zembita is lost for something to do with the puck. Rolls it up the near side, then it goes back through the corner on the Tigers' shorthanded forecheck. Punch behind the net, gathered in by McMahon, and he's roaring up ice. Rolls it through the corner behind the end zone. Kumak tries to slow it, and now he's got to hurry back in front of the net. Puck loose in the corner, now behind the net to Noterman, to Spiewak back in the corner. Up the near side, half board to McMahon, to the point to Lineweber. Cross ice, high center in the zone, thrown down low, blocked by Joe Cullen, picked up by Aaron Slatengren, and fired right down at Zembita. 25 seconds left to kill on this Sioux power play. The Sioux, who were outshot almost 3-1 in the first period, are now down only 15-12 shots on goal in the second period. They have outshot the Tigers in period number 2. Intercepted at neutral ice by Noah Clark, shorthanded. Drops it for Sena. Wheeling to the net, out front, he shoots. It's knocked down by Zembita, and the rebound is covered by Zembita. And we got a whistle. The Sioux have taken themselves off the power play with a slashing call on Jason Noterman.
Well, I think Derek Shepard trying to make a little statement about the stick work, and it was interesting because both coaches after the first period were having conversations. Coach Owens talking to Derek Shepard right after the period. Dean Blaze talking to the referee when he was coming out for the period. And I don't know if there was conversation going in about the stick work, because there's been a lot. And the slashings, and there's no call for the slashing.
Oh, it's a slashing call on Lineweber, not Noterman. And the Tigers will get the power play. North Dakota has only 2 players on the ice. And I think Dean Blaze is calling a timeout. Indeed he is. He's taking his timeout with 4:43 left in the second period. So we will take our last timeout of period number 2. We'll return. Tigers with a 1-0 lead and about to go on the power play.
Hi everybody, Mike Bowe, host of the Restaurant Shows here on Adelphia Cable Channel 2 every Friday from 10:30 to 11, every Friday evening from 7 to 7:30, and every Saturday afternoon from 5:30 to 6. Join me as I take you on a culinary tour of some of the wonderful restaurants that we enjoy right here in Colorado Springs. We're going to have guests, we're going to show you the restaurants, we're going to give away some prizes as well. So join me every week for the Restaurant Show right here on Adelphia Cable Channel 2.
Coming back to the World Arena, good look at the Sioux bench. Josh Zembita coming over, getting a respite, and then about to head back to his spot in front of the Sioux cage. He and Brandt had alternated until after the CC series. As you look at Chris Lineweber in the penalty box, Zembita has lost his spot in the rotation and is trying to get it back. Near side corner, now the half board. Power play is underway for CC. Sterling will hop on as Colin Stewart comes out from the penalty box. Top of the zone to Canzanella, right in the face of Noterman. To Noah Clark to Sena, who launches. We got a whistle, and I think the Tigers have a man in the crease. Sterling was inside that blue paint as Sena launched, and Derek Shepard, looking right at it, said, nope, no can do. Rules say no. On the dot outside the Sioux blue line, near side, right in front of the Tiger bench will be the face-off as Sena gets ready to go against Rory McMahon, who hails from Purdue, Saskatchewan. P-E-R-D-U-E. 6'1", 185-pound sophomore. Typical North Dakota good-sized forward who also has the ability to motor. Behind the Tiger net, Andrew Canzanella. Right wing to Noah Clark. Sidestep McMahon. Comes to the center ice face-off circle to Sena at the right point, and a skosh too late. Tigers are offside. They have 1:23 left on the power play. They have a 1-0 lead. Next goal is big, Jim.
Well, yeah, I mean, absolutely, especially at this point in the period. Good opportunity right here for CC, but North Dakota, really coming on in this period. A little different, almost opposite of what we saw last night. And obviously, with the man down right now, or the opportunity, power play opportunity for CC, a very good opportunity.
Puck picked up behind the CC net by Canzanello. Ahead to Noah Clark to Sena, and Sena is hammered, but still brings the puck in at the right point in the face of Lee Marvin. Picked up by Ryan Hale, high in the Sioux zone, and cleared out. Tigers now with exactly a minute left on the man advantage. Big chance here. Sena at the left point from Canzanello. Tries to thread it down low for Noah Clark to go and get it, and he does. Leaves it for Sterling. Sterling backhands it to the point to Pricing. Gravitates along the blue line, throws it down low, and Zembita knocks it down and covers up. And I think Jim Tom was just thinking we need to start throwing something down there to get these heads of the Sioux turned around.
Well, I mean, they finally got control of the puck, and I disagree with that right there. I was never a guy that was on the power play very often, but I mean, there's no reason to throw a to the front of the net unless you got somebody in front there. And right there, Zembita, coming out of the net, seeing the puck very well. I think Tom needs to take control of it, bring it up to the top, make some passes, and then get somebody in front of the net for the shot.
Liebel in the far corner, tied up, pushed down hard into the boards. Looking for a call, not going to get it. Comes up the near side half board, and knifing in is Mark Stewart to give it to Marty Sertich. Backhands it. No look into the corner where it's picked up by Liebel. He's pinned to the boards by Green. 4-player scrum, 5-player scrum as Joe Cullen tries to make a skate pass and does behind the net. Marty Sertich not in position. And it's gathered by Spiewak and brought up ice with 15 seconds left. He drives it on McElhaney, who sets it down quickly to avoid the whistle and the faceoff. Dished up the right wing to Sertich, quickly to center ice to Liebel, one-on-one against Lee Marvin. Gets around the circle, goes down. Puck goes free behind the net, punched up the far side. Power play is over. North Dakota has dodged the shorthanded bullet as Mark Stewart whacks it to neutral ice after it comes into the Tiger end. Laux with a nice move around Tusu, picks it up, rolls it near side off the dashers to Liebel to send it deep, and he takes a shot from Marvin in front of the Tiger bench. Puck goes behind the North Dakota net, rolled up the far side by Lundbohm, picked up by Mason. Rolled in front of the North Dakota bench and backhanded deep into the Tiger end. Played by Petio behind the CC net, then whacked back into the corner looking for Josa. Puck comes free to Colin Stewart back in the corner, shovels it up the far side where the Tigers wait for it there. Punched into the corner. Josa working one-on-one, ties up one man, and the puck squirts behind the CC net where it's dug out by Colin Stewart. Up the far side and tapped out of the zone by Joey Crabb. It's a race as Slatengren tries to get past Matt Green, and Green heads him off at the pass, and the Sioux send it back in on McElhaney. Now we got a whistle and a slashing call coming with 1:46 left in the period, and it looks like Slatengren, after being bumped, takes out his frustration and puts his team down a man for the final minute 46 of period number 2.
Well, we keep talking about it on both sides of the rink here. I mean, Aaron Slatengren doing a good job, but again, I'm not sure the defenseman for North Dakota who stepped up, but you know, with a big hit, and you got to be able to take that. No reason to take a slash, and obviously Derek Shepard going to make the call on both sides. He calls it one way, he's got to call it the other way, and really, you know, leaving no choice for the referee there.
Each team with 5 penalties in this period, and now the Sioux, Matt Fuhrer fails to keep it in at the point, and they start back from their blue line. Out of the red line to Spiewak, in at the right point to Noterman, shoves it around Pricey into the corner. 3 players go down. Noterman hops over one of them, now sends it out front. Tigers sweep it away, and here's a pretty good race. Frischman against Steinweber. Frischman gets the puck, he's ridden down. Will they call it? No. Loose in the corner, dug out by Spiewak. Heads back the other way. Sioux power play starting off auspiciously here. Dropped at the point for Parisi. Centered, tied up is Spiewak. Puck loose in the slot, comes to the high point, knocked away, and Colin Stewart will now race towards the North Dakota end, and Sambita will pick it up and cover up and hang on with 1:02 left in the period. This has been quite a power play, the longest end-to-end action on a power play I've seen in a long time.
Well, some good work by both teams right there. Obviously, CC having a couple opportunities there and doing a good job by the forwards. Defenseman doing a good job in clearing the puck out in front of the net. Curtis McElhaney making a couple saves, but the CC defenseman doing a real good job finding that rebound, making sure that getting it out of the zone.
You think North Dakota is acting a little desperate here, taking some chances to try to get people into the zone, and Colorado College is taking advantage of some sloppy passes to send them back the other way?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. And absolutely, especially on the power play with a minute left in the period.
Boshenski nearly gets in on McElhaney, who coolly and calmly dishes to the far corner. Sioux dig it out, and then it's punched off the stick of Zach Parisi by Richard Petio to neutral ice. Period rapidly winding to a close. 35 seconds left as Petio takes it off his skate to neutral ice. Colin Stewart breaks one-on-one with Andy Schneider, gets inside, ahead to one of the Tigers, who is taken down and run into the boards and held by David Lundbohm. It's a penalty coming with 26 seconds left. Joe Cullen, the hard hat lunch bucket brigade leader, taking it to the net and drawing the penalty.
Well, great job by both veterans. Colin Stewart doing a good job controlling the puck, and obviously Joe Cullen working real hard, getting outside and drawing the penalty. So a good penalty kill turns into an even strength and going to be a power play into the next period.
Going to the box is Lundbohm of North Dakota with 26 ticks. As you see Cullen looking for the pass from Colin Stewart, and Lundbohm doing the only thing he could do. The Sioux cannot afford to go down 2 goals to begin the third period. 19:24 is the time of the penalty to Lundbohm. A 6-foot, 194-pound junior from Roseau, Minnesota, who is the assist leader on this team, along with Parisi at 29. Off the face-off, they'll do it again. With 25 seconds left in the period. Play 4-on-4 for the first 15 seconds of the next period, and then the Tigers will have a power play advantage for a minute 19. And right now, Derek Shepard over talking to Scott Owens. And Scott is saying yes, and Derek is saying no, and Scott says, I give up. No, he was saying, I understand, right? Wasn't that what he was saying? Or shouldn't I put words in his mouth?
That's exactly what he was saying.
All right, the Sioux bring it up ice. And getting around Pricey to Spiewak. They've got a 2-on-1. They dish it out front, and a diving effort in front of the net by Canzanello saves the day. Picked up by Noah Clark, ahead to Canzanello, through the center ice face-off circle, high center. He's down low, he's got a chance. He centers, and it just goes wide of the stick of Noah Clark as the period comes to an end. Well, two two-on-ones at each end to finish what has been a furious second period, and the crowd loves the action. They're on their feet here at the World Arena. 2 periods are in the books, and Jim, the Tigers still stand with a 1-0 lead.
Well, they came on towards the end of the period there, and I think some special teams helped out both power play and penalty kill, but Andrew Canzanello doing a good job both defensively on that, picking up the puck and coming back on the offensive rush and doing a really good job. Fakes the defenseman out, hangs onto the puck, and tries to get across to Noah Clark. I don't think Noah Clark was ready for it. I don't think he was expecting a nice pass like that.
Well, not from a defenseman, right? No, just kidding. They can make those plays too.
Well, we've seen Andrew Canzanello do it time and time again. So, but a good job on a full rush there.
At any rate, the second period is in the books. It's 1-0 CC. Playing 4-on-4 to begin period 3 for 14 seconds, and then the Tigers go on the power play. We'll take a timeout. Back to summarize. This is Tiger Hockey.
Thinking about DSL for internet access? Not so fast. DSL speed depends on how close you live to your phone company. Higher speeds will cost you big time. Get rolling with PowerLink broadband internet access and get all the speed you need, no matter where you live, for one low monthly payment. PowerLink, high speed, safe and secure, low rates, no contracts. Get PowerLink from Adelphia, and you're good to go, faster.
It's not just about making plans, it's about making a difference and taking an interest, not just earning it. At Edward Jones, it's about more than investing. It's about knowing you. Edward Jones, investing in you and your dreams.
Call Rick Gervais or Tom Carlson for a complimentary portfolio review today.
You'll score every time with the hottest and latest sports apparel around from Team to You. We have the largest selection of jerseys, hats, and gifts around. Team to You has every NFL, NHL, and Major League Baseball team in stock. And we offer the largest line of college team sports apparel anywhere. You can't miss with Team to You. Our knowledgeable staff can help you run down that perfect gift. No matter what team, Team to You is your one-stop shop. Don't go anywhere else. Go with the winning team. Team to You, corner of Boston Bluffs and Academy.
News 13. You often hear about crime, but not about the people who fight it. They protect your rights, your family, and your community. News 13 focuses on various people you normally don't consider to be crime fighters.
If we weren't here, things would be out of control, and it would not, I don't think it would be safe.
From the coroner to a forest ranger, and what the key factor is in fighting and determining a crime. Crime Fighters, only on News 13, Sunday nights at 10.
Welcome back to the Colorado Springs World Arena. Chuck a Puck is on here, and a lot of activity on the ice during the second intermission. Tigers lead 1-0. No scoring in the second period, Jim, and do I dare say it had a playoff feel to it?
Well, it definitely did. A lot of back and forth. Not as good a period as the first for CC, but a lot of up and down for both teams. A little sloppier, I thought, than the first period, obviously for the Tigers, but definitely a playoff feel.
I think you've got a pretty good chess game going on here with both teams trying to be sure they protect their own end, but also taking a dare or two to get the transition going.
Well, I think definitely with these two teams. I mean, both such good offensive teams out there. But I think right now Coach Owen's doing a very good job in matching lines, having a lot of confidence in some of his younger guys against their top line.
Well, we'll take a look at the numbers here. The Tiger Tail brought to you by Academy Fence and Lithia Colorado Springs Jeep Chrysler. And with the shots becoming a little closer at 18-13, the Tigers were outshot in that period 10-6. The Sioux take a total of 6 penalties in the period. The Tigers 5. North Dakota's been in the box 9 times. Kumak is still pitching that shutout, letter perfect. 13 out of 13, and this is starting to look like a game, Jim, of who blinks first.
Well, I mean, there's no doubt, and it's going to be one of those things where it comes down to maybe an odd bounce, a funny bounce. I mean, both teams playing some pretty good hockey and some intense hockey. Moving the puck very well, power play, penalty kill, both units doing a very good job on both sides.
And of course, far afield from what this is all about, this one's going to confound the voters again on Monday if these two teams were to play to a tie here tonight, with Maine losing tonight to New Hampshire.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely opens things up for, like I said earlier, for the WCHA. But I think both teams right now just worrying about what's going to go on into the third period. So it's going to be interesting what pans out tonight and then into the week.
Do you see anybody with any momentum after period number 2, or is this an even Steven horse race?
Well, I think it's pretty even, but CC came on towards the end there in that second period, which I think is good, because CC does a good job, has done a good job into the third period. Although in North Dakota, I should mark my words, they didn't do a good job there. But interesting to the point, CC coming on at the end, and I think North Dakota struggling a little bit being disciplined. They got to stay out of the box if they're going to stay in this hockey game.
Last night, the Tigers blew it open in the third period of play, brought this crowd to life. So far, the crowd has been very much in it, but they haven't had a lot of reason to get more than just into it. Last night, either North Dakota looked tired or disinvolved. Tonight, they don't look either.
Well, I think you made a good point with that timeout that Dean Blaze said, or took. His team needed a little rest, and I mean the crowd tonight is making a lot of noise on some big saves by the goaltender, something we didn't see a lot of last night, Dan. And the goaltender's holding both teams in it to this point.
All right, that's the Tiger tale. That's what happened in period number 2. It's a 1-0 slim Tiger lead, looking for the sweep as they collect the pucks on the Chuck-a-Puck. We'll go to timeout. We're back for our Tiger profile from Centenary. Our intermission programming continues after this.
Are you having lighting problems? Call Spectrum. Indoors or outdoors, Spectrum does it all. Are you having problems with your sign, or do you need a new one? Call Spectrum. Spectrum is a full-service sign contractor. Do you need a licensed electrician? Call Spectrum. From minor repairs to major construction, they also do computer cable installation. Spectrum is a full-service lighting, sign, and electrical company. They have fully stocked radio dispatch trucks with one-day service. Build a relationship with one company and see how their diversity means savings to you.
Centennial Electronics is the largest electronics store in southern Colorado. We have everything for your computer, audio, and video needs, networking cables and accessories, audio, video cables, fiber optics for your DVD player, and parts for TVs and VCRs. Don't forget about old standbys like record needles, cartridges, and tubes. After 50 years of business, we know what you need. Centennial Electronics, 2324 East Bijou, behind the old Wards building. If we don't have it, you don't need it.
Sinton quality checked fat-free milk. Healthy. Get all the nutrients of whole milk, but not all the calories.
You're the best thing that ever happened to you. You lightened up, yeah, you've seen the light. Enjoy the great taste that won't go to your waste.
Sinton quality checked fat-free milk. Delicious. Enjoy all the fresh goodness.
Enjoy the great taste that won't go to your waste.
Sinton quality checked fat-free milk. Higher standards, fresh taste that won't go to your waste.
So who uses Black and White Auto? I know I do. Something about these guys just makes me feel at home. Family operated since 1955, they treat my vehicle like it's their own.
Annie M and I take our work to Black and White. Their lifetime warranty even transfers to the next owner, and they guarantee an exact color match.
They're the wizards.
I use Black and White for their latest paint booths. My sealers, reducers, and clear coats go on smooth and dirt-free.
I'll say. So who uses Black and White?
We are back at the Colorado Springs World Arena. Got a dandy going on here, and it's still very much up for grabs at 1-0. The Tigers with the lead. Our Tiger profile for the second intermission, Centenary. When quality counts, you look to the dairy experts at Centenary. Defense is going to be a key in this final 20 minutes. Jason Joseph is the one we're going to talk to.
Yeah, I mean, you don't hear a lot about him. Obviously, you don't hear about him on the scoreboard. He has some assists this year so far, but he's a guy that that number 6 out there that Coach Holmes go to a lot. I mean, he's out there in key situations in the defensive zone, key situations in the offensive zone. I think senior leadership, kind of a quiet kid as far as his game. You know, not real flashy, but he's always steady and he's always there.
You've probably heard the name Steady Eddie. Every team has him. He's one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, he proves it every night. And obviously with Coach Owens and his staff, you know, having a lot of trust and confidence in him.
Well, Jason has really blossomed. He came in here as a pure freshman and was a last-minute choice when Matt DeMarkey decided to follow Don Lucia to the University of Minnesota rather than honor his commitment to come here. Most of us have said thank goodness for that.
I was just going to say that. I saw the kid play once up in Minnesota, and thank goodness.
Thank goodness for that, and thank goodness for Jason Joseph.
Absolutely.
Who in our Tiger profile begins our conversation by saying there's a whole lot to play for this weekend.
I mean, yeah, there's a little extra incentive because it's North Dakota, and we're, you know, they're chasing right at our heels, and they've kind of had our number the last couple of years. And but the rest of our games this year in the regular season are going to be huge games. You know, Minnesota, St. Cloud, Mankato, and Denver. None of those games are going to be easy, so we just got to kind of get ready for this stretch run.
Jason, if Yogi Berra were here, he would say it's deja vu all over again. You went there 2 years in a row without a win, and last year when they came into your building, you took 2. Well, here they are again.
Yeah, so hopefully we can repeat that. You know, it'd be nice to get you know, a couple of wins out of this weekend, but who knows? You know, they're a good team, and you know, but they'll be good games, and we'll just see how they turn out.
Although it is a little different this year, it's not quite deja vu all over again. You went up there and competed a lot better. You had chances to win, and you did not lose. Do you like your team's chances this weekend, perhaps a little more than a year ago, given the performance that your team put in at Grand Forks?
Yeah, obviously. I mean, we feel pretty good. You know, we were able to take 2 points out of their building, 2 ties, and, you know, one game where we should have definitely won. And, you know, we feel comfortable with that. And now that we're back on our sheet, we definitely have a little bit of advantage as far as we feel. But like I said, you know, they're going to be a good team, and the games could go either way. It's going to come down to making plays and not making plays. So we'll have to see how the weekend goes.
Jason, things that happened at North Dakota that you as a defensive core would like to do a little better, and maybe some things that you as a defensive core can build on because you thought you did some right things there.
Well, you know, I don't think we gave them a lot of shots, but I think the one thing that we did do is the shots that we gave them were good opportunities. And obviously giving up a 2-0 lead in the last 2 minutes of the game is something we never want to do as a D-corps.
What are you expecting from them in the realm of the physical side of the game? Bigger sheet of ice. Do you expect them to be more cautious on the physical side, or do you expect them to just come at you like they did on the smaller sheet in Grand Forks?
I think they're going to come just as hard as they did, if not harder. You know, these games are later on in the season, you know, only a month later, but they're still later, and they're going to mean just as much. So, yeah, I expect them to come just as hard, and I expect the same out of our forwards and D-corps too.
Your goaltending has been awfully good over the course of the entire season, but it particularly picked up against Wisconsin this past weekend. Are you seeing some things in both Shell and Kumak that make you feel like you don't necessarily have to worry about them, that you can really concentrate on what's going on in front of the net?
Yeah, anytime the goalies, you know, are doing them what they need to do and stopping the pucks, and especially the first shots, you know, we can just worry about blocking out, making sure we get those rebounds out of there. And, you know, if by some chance there's a mistake, you know, there's that confidence that they're going to be there to help us. So, you know, that gives us confidence to do what we need to do.
Will the big sheet also give you a chance to execute the other part of your responsibility, transition?
Yeah, hopefully, you know, we didn't think we had our best transition legs and neutral zone legs going up in North Dakota, and I think being on the big sheet is going to help that. But you know, we're going to have to come out with a lot of energy, a lot of jump, get those D moving.
Everybody seems to be focusing on this series, but then you have the Gophers coming in next week. You still have Denver looming at the end of the season. In talking with both coaches for Scott's show on Tuesday night, they both were in agreement there'd be a lot of emotion this weekend. Do you have to kind of measure that a little bit, though, and not let it all spill this weekend?
No, you know, I mean, that's the thing about college is you play 2 games and then you're off for almost a week. So, you know, I think it'll be okay if we let a lot of emotion go. You know, I just make sure next week we got to come back with the same amount of intensity, same amount of emotion.
And I don't think we have to worry about the Tigers doing that. They have played with great passion all year long.
Yeah, I mean, and you've seen it obviously on the road. We saw it up in Minnesota. Every time there's a big game up at the University of Denver, they come out and play with a lot of passion, and that's why they are where they are.
And right now, amongst the teams that are going to the playoffs, if they were to begin today, the Tigers have lost only 1 game. North Dakota has 3 league losses. So what you're seeing is a Tiger team that is taking care of business amongst the upper echelon, and of course taking care of business amongst the lower 5 where they have not lost a league game. And that's what you have to do to be successful in this league.
Well, I mean, and you get the confidence. I mean, if you beat the top teams in your league and top teams in the country like they did with Maine even, I mean, it obviously brings confidence to your game. You know your winners, and like Coach Owen said, we got a group of guys that know how to win.
They have not lost to Denver. They have not lost to Minnesota. They've not lost to North Dakota. They have yet to play St. Cloud. They have 1 loss to Minnesota State, which is the upstart of the league right now. That is an amazing thing when you consider 11 new people on the roster this year, how quickly they have all fit in.
Yeah, well, and I think it's amazing, too. You go into Minnesota, you go into North Dakota, you're actually at Denver. I mean, it's not like they've all been, obviously they got a great record here at home, but they've played in some tough buildings and really have competed and obviously have won.
And, of course, just 1 loss on the road this year. That one at Minnesota State, which comes in here in just a couple of weeks, and that'll be a big series too. They're all going to be huge down the stretch. That's our Tiger profile for intermission number 2. 20 minutes left in this historic weekend. It is a cornerstone weekend for the Tigers. They're in first place. They're battling for number 1 in the nation, and they have 20 minutes to hold on to this 1-0 lead or build on it to set the stage for the invasion of the Golden Gophers next weekend. We're back after this timeout.
Skate into the future. Certich Ice Center offers top-rated learn-to-skate classes. Get some lessons. Join 8 30-minute classes with a student ratio of 8-to-1. Registration ends January 27th or when all spaces are filled. Free skate rental on the day of your lesson and 5 free admissions for a public skate session. Specialty classes include baby blades, hockey for fun, and coffee club. For more information, call 385-5983 or check us out on the web.
Adelphia has something for every member of your family, but if you're not getting Adelphia digital cable, you're not getting the best Adelphia has to offer. From the great Hollywood classics of the Fox Movie Channel, to the artistic gems of the Sundance Channel, and the Independent Film Channel, we've got the movies like no one else has. And with Trio, you'll be in front row for the biggest events in film, music, and theater. Get the most from your TV. Call today and upgrade to Adelphia digital cable, the best Adelphia has to offer.
When I wear black, even a little dandruff shows. And my old dandruff shampoo just wasn't cutting it. So I switched to Selsun Blue Moisturizing Shampoo. Doctor recommended for flakes and itch, with aloe and moisturizers for healthier hair and scalp. Never wear black without the blue. Selsun Blue.
Here in Maine, my skin gets really dry, cracked, and itchy. So I'm a Gold Bond Lotion believer. Unlike ordinary moisturizers, Gold Bond Lotion is medicated, so it soothes my skin and stops the itch.
Gold Bond. More than a moisturizer, it's medicated to heal dry skin.
Take you to the Whoa, girls, hold it. This is not what we talked about. This is not what we practiced. We're gonna do it again, okay?
Okay, Aaron, we're gonna run pro 44 wham.
No, Coach, that's never gonna get to the first down. Aaron, 360 XY sprint right on 2. Whoa. Excuse me, Maestro, may I? Thank you, sir. All right, on my cue, here we go.
News 13 sports team, right in the middle of everything and always willing to help out.
Third period underway here at the World Arena. Tigers on the power play as the puck goes behind the North Dakota net. It rolls up the near side where Saina digs it out, sends it behind the net, goes in pursuit, but Schneider will get there first, and he has an easy clear. Tigers will start from ground zero as McElhaney slows it behind the net. Both teams making a few changes here as Laux and Joey Crabb hop on. Up the far side to Saina, to Crabb on the fly. In high center, drops it to Sterling. Fakes the shot, now takes it. He wrapped it around one man, and Sambita was handcuffed by it. Does knock it down, loose behind the net. Sterling and Crabb after it. It comes up the half board. Sterling moves it to the slot, and then it's punched out of the zone by Matt Green. Grabbed by Mark Stewart. 10 seconds left on the power play. In he comes, walks around one man, comes down to the corner, braces for a hit with Boshenski. Now gets some help from his brother Colin Stewart. Colin digs it out in the corner, tries to make a skate pass, completes it to Slatengren, into the slot looking for Crabb. Poke checked away. Boshenski has it. Crabb pokes it away, but not before he delivers to Lundbohm. Then Laux steps in and makes a big poke check. Crabb with it. Ahead to Laux, tied up with the referee Derek Shepard. Sioux come up with it, but then fumble it away to Slatengren and Colin Stewart, who sends it deep. We're back to even strength. 18 minutes left in this historic weekend. Battle of the WCHA's Titans, intercepted on the clear by Goolsby. Backhands it to the slot, and Sambita's got to cover up. And the sticks start working on one another again. Schneider and Slatengren behind the North Dakota net.
Well, a lucky break for Zach Parisi right there, coming off that boards, trying to make that cross-ice pass and in his own zone, and CC picking it off, but lucky enough for North Dakota not getting a shot on it.
17:53 left. As you look at Gary Pedigo, one of the two referees here tonight, along with Tim Swider. They're the alternate or assistant referees. Derek Shepard, the lead official, quickly scurrying off for the Sioux is Matt Fuhr as Joe Cullen wins the draw. Turned right on net, and Zambita's got it and covers up with Sterling, waiting for the rebound. That was not to happen. And Zambita really has the puck down inside of his right knee pad. Takes the mid off to go get it. He's been a stalwart tonight, as has Curtis McElhaney at the other end. Puck loose in the circle off the draw. Liebel fights through a stick check, turns it on net. It's blocked. He retrieves it to Petio. Petio fumbles it at the point. It drifts to neutral ice. Goes back to get it to Jose up the far side to Sterling, who whacks it in. Zambita will let it come off the dashers to Andy Schneider. Wraps it around Tyler Liebel up the near side. Sioux pick it up, clear it out. Lundbohm having trouble with it in front of the Sioux bench. Now he misfires on a pass, but Filling does pick it up. Fires on net. Oh, it's knocked down by McElhaney, but not covered up. Liebel dives to get it out of the zone, loses an edge, turning around from the net. Sioux dump it back in with 17:15 left in regulation. The Tigers with a 1-0 lead on a power play goal by Peter Sena in the first period. Tigers chip it into the zone after it goes Sterling, but it's punched out by Matt Green. Battle for it at neutral ice, and it squirts in front of the Tiger bench into the Tiger end. Petio whacks it out, tipped ahead Liebel to the Sioux blue line. Matt Jones cross ice, far side to Matt Green up the far side, chipped in deep, and an icing call coming on Genoway of the Sioux. We'll take our first time out of the third period. Face off in the Sioux zone. When we come back, still 1-0 Tigers.
At Rex Tire, we know what keeps people coming back. It's not just one thing, but if we had to narrow it down to one word, it would be trust. People know they can trust Rex Tire to take care of their vehicles like they were their own, providing professional, expert service for your brakes, shocks, wheel alignment, custom wheels, and tires. We have a reputation that comes from experience and an understanding of our customers' needs. Take your vehicle somewhere you can trust. Rex Tire, serving Colorado Springs for over 60 years.
As we come back, Tigers dump it in to the neutral zone after the Sioux clear it from their own zone into the CC end, and then as it comes back and forth across the Tiger line, offsides is called with 16:34 to go, and this the third and final period of this regular season matchup, and a great series it has been. A total of 25 goals have been scored, and the Tigers have 14 of them. And it has resulted in a win and 2 ties and a lead. Precarious though it may be. Puck loose behind the CC net, rolled up into the near side corner at the half board, thrown on net by Parisi, blocked by the Tiger defense, scarfed up by Colin Stewart to Slatengren at neutral ice, ahead to Joey Crabb. The Tigers in 2-on-1, a one-timer to goal. Colin Stewart. Oh, he wound up and launched the one-timer. Joey Crabb, a perfect feed right on the tape. Zambita had no chance, and the Tigers have a 2-0 lead.
Well, great pass by Joey Crabb. That's the second one tonight that he's tried to make, and obviously Colin Stewart getting everything he possibly could on that. But I mean, that one time is so important, not necessarily just the actual shot, but it's so important for that pass to be right there. And Joey Crabb making a superb pass in between the feet of Colin Stewart. Colin Stewart being able to get everything in, and Zambita not being able to get across. You see Joey Crabb coming across. Colin Stewart stepping up and getting into the play good, and a great job again by both forwards.
2 freshmen on the assists, and the underclassmen come through at a time when it is needed. Colin Stewart has his 11th of the season. Sioux send it in, and a hit on Matt Jones, and then a collision of the Tigers. Colin Stewart, or is that Marty Surdich? Marty Surdich and Ryan Connolly, and it looks like Marty Surdich is going to go to the backs for an interference call, and the Sioux down 2 goals get the tonic they need, a Tiger penalty to put them on the man advantage, Jim.
Well, I mean, right there, you get a big goal by the CC Tigers. You want to come out and try and get back into that offensive zone and get a forecheck, keep the momentum going your way. But obviously, with the penalty coming here against CC, Marty Surdich getting the interference call, an opportunity for North Dakota.
4th assist of the season, 6th career point for Joey Crabb. Slatengren picks up his 8th assist. Even strength goal. Tigers have so far 7 goals on the weekend, and 6 have been of the 5-on-5 variety. But they sprung a 2-on-1 coming out of the neutral zone, and I think we did see the depth of the Tigers' quickness on that play as we await for a spot on the ice to be patched.
No, absolutely. And again, tonight, coming into play, I think it came into play last night, Coach Owens and his staff staying with the 4 lines and doing really the same thing tonight. And obviously, it's not always that top line that's going to step up. Tonight, Peter Sena has a good goal on the power play, but if you want to say one of the second or third line coming into play here, Joey Crabb, Aaron Slatengren, and Colin Stewart, and they've had a very good weekend, that line.
Tigers on the penalty kill for charity. Equity Lending, the proud sponsor of the penalty kill for charity. Tigers protecting a 2-goal lead. Lundbohm high center, left point Schneider, back to Lundbohm at the right point. Back to Schneider, sights the net, he pulls the trigger. Knee pad save, long rebound. Joe Cullen dives and slots it to neutral ice. And we've got a race at neutral ice. Colin Stewart against David Lundbohm, and Lundbohm holds it along the boards for Schneider to come back and get it. Long lead, gathered in by Parisi. He's got a nice long reach. He sends it deep and runs head first into Mark Stewart. Pricing runs head first into the puck and whacks it out of the zone. Tigers have 1:28 to kill, 15:25 left. Third period. Brought in left point. Boshenski sights the net, takes a shot. McElhaney's got it, and he'll hang on. We'll take a timeout. Remainder of the Sioux power play coming up. 2-0 Tiger lead. We're back in just a moment.
Take a closer look at computer-aided drafting careers. Whether you're interested in architectural or mechanical drafting, you need CAD training. Develop your creativity, visual design, and mathematical skills. Gain an understanding of the software used to create technical illustration of any kind. CAD is a precise, creative tool, and your training could take you far in the drafting field. Intelitech colleges will take you from start to finish in just months, not years. Classes begin soon, so call 632-7626 for the CAD training that's important to all professionals in the field of design and drafting.
Well, as we come back to the World Arena, the Sioux have scored on the power play. Quinn Filling lighting it up from the right point. The lead is cut to 2-1. And Colorado College now protecting a 1-goal lead here at the World Arena. We'll see if it's during the next stoppage of play we can get you the replay. Here it comes. It'll be shoveled across to the point. Filling launches, may have been deflected. There was a man down low, and let's see, indeed it was. It's Kevin Spiewak who gets the goal. Filling gets the assist, as well as Matt Fuhrer. So Spiewak has the goal with 15:05 left in regulation. I believe we got a penalty coming against North Dakota here, as Green goes to the box, and the Tigers, after surrendering a power play goal, go on the power play themselves.
Well, and there's no doubt on that. I didn't even see it, but obviously Matt Green, knowing that he got the penalty call against him, because he went directly to the box and no qualms about it, just went over and sat down. So
Tigers will wheel up ice with the man advantage as Sena comes in. Goes to the right circle, then to the far side half board to the corner, backhands it up to the top to Canzanello, who keeps it in. Lateral along the blue line, high center, changes Pricing's position with him. Then to Pricing, down low to Sena. Sena will come up to the point, shovels it underneath a Sioux stick to Pricing at the left point. Cross ice, right point, back to Canzanello. Tigers on the power play for charity, and they could use one right here to get that lead back up to 2. Noah Clark backhanding it back through the corner. Schneider picks it up, tries to clear it out, and does. And Canzanello tied up with Noterman, but recovers to send it back to the Sioux zone. Picked up Sena, touch past Noah Clark, breaking in, wrist shot, just wide of the net. Rebound comes to the circle. Recovered by Noah Clark to Sena, delivered behind the net to Pricing to Noah. Noah's pinned to the board, Schneider chips it up the far side. Tigers converge to try to keep it in, and the Sioux clear it out. It goes into the corner. McElhaney will play it because McMahon is right on him. Rolls it up the near side to Laux. It's out of James' reach. Picked up by Sertich, fumbles it, Sioux gather it in, lose it. This time Laux has it. Rolls it up the far side to Sertich. Backhands it off the dashers to Cullen, who's just come on. Joe into the corner with it and loses it, and it's poked back to neutral ice. Gathered by Mark Stewart, 36 seconds left on the power play. Long lead to Cullen, intercepted, body played by Laux on Hale, but the Sioux still get in. Hale launches, his shot is wide. Rebound up the far side, gathered in full stride by Laux. He's racing in, he's at the point, now to the circle, carries to the corner. Backs off, nearly hipped off the puck, maintains possession to Sertich at the point. 15 seconds left, 5-on-4. In the corner to Liebel. Tyler backs off, shovels it to Sertich, up top to Mark Stewart. He fires, deflected, rebound to Laux, sent down low, broken up. Sioux backhanded out, that'll kill the power play. 13:05 left in the period. Tigers in possession behind their own net. Rolled up the right wing and sprinting in is Slatengren, who fires. Sembi to the stop, puck loose behind the net, picked off Lee Marvin. Rolls it up the far side to the dangerous Zach Parisi. One-on-one against Joseph, getting help from Crabb. Parisi is really leveled by Crabb. Huge hit, legitimate hit. Puck goes up the far side and it's whacked out by Joey Crabb. The Tigers will be hit with an icing call. We'll take a timeout. We're back to the World Arena. 12:32 to play. Playing even strength. Tigers up 2-1.
Take part in the Alternate experiment. Log on to alternate.tv. Check out new and different music. Register to win random Alternate junk like t-shirts, CDs, and posters. Email your favorite VJs and request the music that you want to see. New music, different music, your music. Alternate.tv.
The Alternate experiment at 4 and 10 p.m. Philadelphia Channel 2.
We're back to the World Arena. Sue hit the post in the Tiger end while we were away. Sue cleared out. Up the right wing, Mason. Gets around both Liebel and Petio. Backhands it to the right point to the dangerous Noterman. His shot blocked by a diving Brett Sterling. And the Sioux bring it to the point and clear it out on themselves. Coming off is Cullen, and Joe is shaken off a stinger on the left arm and sits down in some pain. Puck up the near side, backhanded out by Schneider, but it'll come right to Laux. Laux rolls it off the far dashers, tipped into the zone by Liebel, who takes a hit, dug out by Goolsby out front. Nearly gets through to Frischman, but Ryan Hale intercepts and leads the rush back the other way. Captain of the Sioux puts it on the left wing, looks for a return pass. It's blocked. Goes behind the net. Canzanello pins it to the boards till Laux arrives to help out, and a frozen puck is whistled by the referee, Derek Shepard. 11:29 to go in regulation. It's been a dandy. Tigers opened up a 2-0 lead early in the third period. 3 minutes and 48 seconds in, but 4:55 in. A minute 7 later, the Sioux's Kevin Spiewak ties it up, deflecting a drive from the left point by Quinn Filling on the power play. And then hit the post a few moments later, or we would be tied. Sioux win the draw, send it on McElhaney. He makes 2 big stops, and Mark Stewart gets the rebound. Chips it off the glass, it stays in. Tigers kick it to neutral ice. Muscled by Colin Stewart to Crabb. Now to Slatengren, back to Crabb, centers, goes through traffic. Colin Stewart tied up, knocked down, can't get to it. Parisi in the corner, dug out by Slatengren. He and Stewart worked the corner, Slatengren freeing it up, then taken back by the Sioux, punched up the far side, intercepted by Crabb behind the net, near side, through the end zone to Slatengren. Braces for a hit, pins the puck to the boards, delivers towards the corner. Colin Stewart coming in to help out with 10:52 remaining. Now to Crabb, wrist shot, Zambita seals the post, knocks it behind the net. Cleared up the far side, Marvin. Intercepted Pricey, thrown into the corner, Parisi whacks it towards the point. Boshenski fumbles it, Pricey turns it on net, and hits traffic, and the Sioux pick it up. They send it deep on McElhaney, and it bounces to the far corner. Sioux making a change. Mark Stewart will get to it uncontested far side. Shovels it ahead to Sena. Backhands it looking for Noah Clark. And he gets around one man. Marty Surdich drop past it. Clark shot. Go! Noah Clark! Oh my! Beautiful behind the back pass from Marty Surdich. Led in by Pete Sena. Tigers up 2 at 3-1. 10:22 left.
Well, what a pretty goal. I mean, just a great shot, obviously, by Noah Clark, bringing the puck across the ice, letting that goaltender come with him, going back the other way on the ice. So hard for a goaltender to get away, get this foot in, stand his ground, and get his foot back there. But the whole line right there, Peter Sena doing a good job breaking it out of the zone. Marty Surdich obviously coming across and bringing the puck into the zone, making a great drop pass here. You can see he reads it. Here's him behind there, Noah Clark hanging on to it and just making a great shot.
Well, Noah Clark with 2 goals against Josh Zambita this year. And the Tigers are back up 2. Noah's 12th goal of the season and his 54th career goal as the puck goes deep into the North Dakota end. We've got a whistle, and the Tigers have iced the puck. They'll bring it back into the Tiger end. Marty Surdich picking up his 16th assist of the year, having a nice year for a freshman. Son of the former Tiger captain. And by the way, Peter Sena going into this game was tied with his father, as well as Red Hay, for the 19th scoring spot in Tiger history. He is now all alone in the number 19 slot, and maybe up to 18 with 2 points tonight. I'll have to check the book, because he has now picked up 2 points. He has 164 career points. Shot launched from just below the blue line by Matt Jones, and that deflects off the stick of a Tiger and out of play, and they'll face off in the Tiger end. Both teams are changing. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. Tigers lead 3-1. We'll be right back.
The Colorado Springs World Arena Ice Hall, home to figure skating, hockey, and speed skating world and Olympic champions. You can learn to skate on the Olympic-sized ice in a small group setting. Our classes are designed for skaters at every level. We also offer learn to play hockey and toddler parent classes. For information, call 477-2152. Go online to worldarena.com or visit the ice hall today and learn to skate at the home of champions.
Coming back to action here at the World Arena, and the officials are looking at a spectator behind the North Dakota bench. And play has been stopped to deal with the spectator. And I don't know if this is Dean Blaze's way of just buying a little time for his team late in the game, but the referee has asked for the removal of a fan behind the North Dakota bench. Tigers with 10:08 left have a 3-1 lead. Momentum, the crowd is worked up, and the Sioux are asking for the removal of a player. Tactical, real, a little of both?
I think a little of both. Obviously, I mean, I heard something. I actually looked down and saw one of the defensemen, I believe it was Andy Schneider, taking a swing at the plexiglass with his stick and pointing to a fan. But obviously, North Dakota a little off their game if they're worried about what's going on in the crowd.
Well, and as I said, looking for a chance to get a little reprieve here at the World Arena. These are the most polite fans, sometimes the most too polite fans in the WCHA.
I agree with you 100% on that. I mean, definitely too polite. There's buildings you go into, people throwing different things on you. And, I mean, so obviously, I think a pretty good ploy by North Dakota.
Look at those people. They're passively enjoying this game. They aren't causing anybody any harm. I say some of that tongue-in-cheek, of course, in the emotions of a game. And now Dean Blaze is coming over to talk to the officials, and they're pointing to the person they want removed. Well, this is unprecedented. Tigers had just brought this crowd to life here. And Blaze is really unhappy about something back there. They're shaking the glass. That's one thing we can see they are doing. Really haven't pinpointed the individual unless they've loosened the glass, and Dean is concerned about that. Now we want to give him the benefit of the doubt. It doesn't look to me like there's any glass that's been loosened. Let's see. Now they're walking in there, and they are going to remove this individual. Well, he did what we asked him to do. He wore his black and gold. And sayonara. 10-minute misconduct on the fan and a game disqualification. Not to reflect in the box score. We're back to action. The game is resumed. It's no longer in the crowd. Centering pass picked off by Peter Sainett. And the junior Hobie Baker candidate wheels it to neutral ice where the Sioux pick it off and send it deep. 3-1 is our score. Puck sent deep, and we got a whistle. And I believe the Sioux came in offside.
Well, I think it's important right now for CC to come back on, and Coach Owens obviously getting his top line out there, but to get it in, get the puck deep, make some contact, and keep it going their way. That break right there, obviously in favor of North Dakota to try and slow things down a little bit. Whether the fan was doing something or not doesn't really matter, but it definitely slowed the game down, gives North Dakota a chance to regroup a little bit. But CC got to get right back on their game and keep going.
Well, and legitimate pat on the back to Dean Blaze. He's trying to do something to get his team's attention too, and if the players see you're battling for them, makes a world of difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and you see that in a lot of coaches in the WCHA, and if you're not the coach isn't there battling with you, it's tough to go out and play hard for them.
There aren't many edges you can get as close as this league is, and he's trying to take advantage of them. Shot from the right circle, deflects off Curtis McElhaney into the crowd off the stick of Brendan Boschensky, and the sophomore winger from Blaine, Minnesota, earns a face-off in the Colorado College zone with 9:30 to play, and both teams change up. As you look at Kumak, only one's gotten by him in 20 shots. Not a rocket scientist, but that tells me 95% saves percentage so far tonight. Right corner, knocked up the near side by Canzanello to the point. Sioux battle to keep it in, lose it at the half board. Tigers roll it out. Jones picks it up in front of the Tiger bench. Sterling knifes through to muck it up, and the Tigers, Andrew Canzanello mops up, sends it deep, slowed by Sembita, and overskating it because of that is Lineweber, and the Tigers now have a chance. Puck loose in the corner. Spiewak may just freeze it to the boards to try to get a face-off. Tigers are hungry in the corner. Sioux roll it towards the point and are turned back again. Lineweber in the corner, skates through some broken lumber, rolls it up the right wing to Hale. Hale has it broken up and kept in by Sterling. Cross ice, Srdich will get to it first. Marty looks inside, is hipped off the puck, dug out. Spiewak tied up in the corner, tries to get it out. It rolls to the point, fumbled by Perpich, and Srdich rolls it towards the corner again. Finally, the Sioux clear it out, and they've iced it. And the Tigers, good on the forecheck, draw an icing call. We'll take a timeout, face off in the Sioux zone when we come back. Tigers lead 3-1.
Adelphia has something for every member of your family, but if you're not getting Adelphia digital cable, you're not getting the best Adelphia has to offer, like the cutting-edge music of MTV2 and the outrageous stars of MTV Jams, the beat of VH1 Classic, and the rhythms of VH1 Soul, the spirit of great American country, and VH1 Country. Get the most from your TV. Call today and upgrade to Adelphia digital cable, the best Adelphia has to offer.
We're back. Puck is loose behind the end of the North Dakota zone. Got a whistle, and I think North Dakota's being hit with yet another penalty as Nick Fuhrer is headed to the box. The Grand Forks, North Dakota sophomore, and the Tigers with 8:28 left will get a power play chance.
Well, I'd like to see right now CC really work this around well and get some good shots. Been struggling a little bit on the power play. Obviously one goal tonight, which was a great goal. Don't get me wrong, but they got to move the puck, control it, make smart passes, and get some good shots on net, and a great opportunity right here.
Tigers 1 for 7 on the night. As the Sioux send it deep, they have 1 out of 12 for the weekend so far. Tigers, Tom Pricing, cross ice behind the net to Noah Clark, and then dished in front of the net to Canzanello, ahead to Sena, who backs off to hit Canzanello full stride, works his way in, takes a shot, it's blocked, picked up one time, Sembita to the save, rebound to save, backhander by Sterling, drive by Sena, and Sembita keeping his team in the hunt. 2 goals down with 8:01 to play at 1:33 left on the Tiger man advantage.
Well, a great job again by Jocelyn Sembita. I mean, coming out of the net and really getting out on the angle. Peter Sena with a great opportunity from the high slot, and looks like we're going to go into a slash penalty here. Derek Shepard, I think, trying to even it up a little bit at this point, and he's been calling the slash all night. But I mean, Noah Clark goes to net, and I think he's going to call it to try to say it was on the goaltender. But you can see Noah coming in here and just giving it a little shot
to the referee. Bumped into Derek Shepard. So Noah Clark, who has the big goal at the moment, now also has the big penalty. 2-minute minor on the slash. 8:01 to go. Fasten your seatbelt. It's not over yet. We'll go 4-on-4 as Joe Cullen wins the draw. 4-on-4 for 1:33, and then the Sioux will get the power play for 27 seconds. Parisi in, fumbles it at the far side boards, then delivers into the corner. Up top, Boshenski trying to find Lee Marvin, but Lee Marvin, looking more like Cat Ballou than his role in Paint Your Wagon, doesn't handle it. And it's thrown behind the net up the far side where it's dug out by Pricey. 4-on-4, the Tigers set up, center shot. Oh, Joe Cullen had Sembita all to himself, couldn't finish it off. That would have been a huge, huge goal. Boshenski races the other way. Off the skate of Mark Stewart into the corner, and the 2 box and shove and scratch and claw, and it rolls up the near side half board and in possession of Tyler Liebel, who loses an edge in front of the Tiger bench. Picked up by Green, cross ice to Jones. Jones along the far side half board, throws it on net, comes off the side of the net, loose behind the cage. Noterman wheels out, pulls up, curls it on his stick, sends it to the slot, broke it up, comes to the high slot. Mark Stewart chips it out of the zone. Gathered in by Noterman, back to the Sioux line to Green and then to Jones. Ahead it comes in off the stick of Noterman at the point. Pricing plays the body into the boards. Puck pops free, tapped to Colin Stewart, stops on a dime in front of Mason and gets around Noterman, heads back the other way. throws it deep. 23 seconds left. 4-on-4. 6:47 left. Tigers that far away from a sweep with a 3-1 lead. Puck at the half board. Picked off by Sena. Sent down low. Backhander Slatengren. He scores! Aaron Slatengren, fed by Peter Sena. He strung Josh Zembita out across the entire doorstep. Got him where he wanted him. Shelved him. 4-1 Tigers.
Well, such great patience right there by Aaron Slatengren, coming out of the corner, getting that puck on his stick and not forcing, hanging on to it, showing that he's got a lot of skill with his hands, hanging on to the puck, and putting it in the back of the net. And what a great goal for Aaron Slatengren. Well deserved by that individual tonight. He's been all over the ice. He's been doing a good job. You can see on the replay, Peter Sena with a nice pass. Aaron Slatengren hanging on to it and coming across.
How about these Tigers? Slatengren picks up his 6th goal of the season. Sena has his 2nd assist of the night. And for Peter, numbers 28 and 29, as you see the work here of the Tigers celebrating their 4th goal of the night. And what that has done, providing the Tigers are able to kill off the 27 seconds on the power play, is spare the Tigers that goaltender pull and the 6-on-5 late in the game. The Sioux will have to scramble now and take lots of chances. The Tigers have the Sioux where they want them. Loose along the neutral zone boards in front of the Tiger bench, squirts to the Sioux line, picked up by Green, in left point, driven by Spiewak. No, he doesn't get the shot off, but it is fired from the left point by Lee Marvin. Rebound to the corner, then to the blue line. Marvin doesn't handle it. It comes down low right on top of McElhaney, and during all of that, the power play is over. It's 5-on-5. The Tigers have a 4-1 lead. We'll take a timeout, come back for the balance of the game. Tigers on the verge of a sweep. We'll be right back.
Way back in 1913, Matt Whitney started his own electrical service business. Today, the Whitney family owns and operates the oldest electrical contracting business in Colorado Springs. We specialize in everything from commercial wiring to high-tech data communications, cable, and services. For almost 90 years, we've been proud to serve Colorado Springs and the southern Colorado area. Since 1913, Whitney Electric has been wired to the future.
We're back to action here. 5:34 left. Tigers stake to a 3-goal lead, and it's been the young people. Slatengren and Crabb with goals and assists. Crabb with an assist. Slatengren with a goal and an assist. Srdich with an assist. As the Tigers have put up 3 in this period to push the lead from 1-0 to 4-1. Sioux clear it from behind their net, ice the puck, and they are disheveled right now, Jim Paradise.
Yeah, I mean, and you have to be. I mean, really, CC coming out and doing just a tremendous job in the offensive zone, really putting on the forecheck well, and obviously capitalizing on a lot of things. The CC students getting out the old down at the end there. I don't know if they're showing it on the TV.
There's a broom in the end zone.
The broom is in the end zone.
The broom is in the end zone, and there's a camera on it. 2nd year in a row the Tigers will pull this off. The Sioux don't clear it, and Srdich sends it deep. This one goes through the corner, picked up by Jones with exactly 5 minutes left. What a marvelous weekend it has been, and it's not because of the outcome. It has just been good old-fashioned college hockey. It's been up and down the ice. It's been physical. It hasn't missed an element, has it, Jim?
No, it has not. And I mean, two good college hockey teams, but right now, obviously, CC definitely should be considered for one of the top. They're the top team in the country.
Crowd starting to pick up the chant of we're number 1. Maine is lost tonight. The Tigers are on the verge of a sweep. That's 4 games unbeaten against North Dakota this season. Up with it comes Tyler Liebel. Dumps it into the Sioux zone. Runs into the corner. 4:24 to play, a 4-1 Tiger lead. Minnesota's in next week. We start with the Scott Owens Coaches Show Tuesday night. Let's pack the sports page and show the Tiger coach how much you appreciate everything that's happened here this weekend. Then, of course, the coaches' luncheon at Gaylord Hall is the Sioux Center. Hale chips it towards the net wide. Friday, 12 noon, Gaylord Hall on the CC campus. Don Lucia and Scott Owens. They'll talk Tiger and Gopher hockey, the next big series on the agenda. Then next Friday night, we're here at 7:15. Jim Paradise will join me on Sports 1240 at 7:15, and then on Adelphia Cable 6 at 7:30. Tigers send it in with 3:45 to go, and a whistle stops play. An icing call, I believe, on the Tigers as they have a 4-1 lead and the weekend in hand. That was a nice cheap shot. I don't know if the camera caught that. Slatengren coming over to the bench, taking a glove to the chin by Perpich as he comes off the ice. Josh Sembita will lose to the Tigers for the third consecutive time in this building. You should never turn down an offer to attend Colorado College. That's the moral of the story.
Well, we can say that now, definitely, especially after the big wins on the weekend here. But obviously, CC's program and school really in a tremendous spot at this point.
Outscored 9-4 on the weekend. North Dakota was averaging almost 5 goals a game. They've been held to 4 on the weekend.
You know, I think a big thing tonight, again, is Coach Owens matching his lines and putting this Slatengren, Stewart, and Joey Crabb line out against that Parisi line. And not only the Slatengren line shutting the Parisi line down tonight, but having a couple goals themselves. I mean, not only doing it defensively, but doing it offensively.
Tigers roll it up ice. Petio to the neutral zone. Into the North Dakota end. Big hit by Joey Crabb on Chris Lineweber. Puck is still free. Dug out by Colin Stewart. Centers. Slatengren picks it off. It was intended for Crabb. Rolled to neutral ice. Sioux trying to put a 3-on-2 together, but Colin Stewart breaks it all up. Shoveled ahead by Canzanello. Misses Crabb. Picked up, brought down low by Fury. Going to look for a wraparound, and he's got a really good chance. And it almost deflects off James Laux into the Tiger net.
Well, Curtis McElhaney there showing a little, I don't know if it's a little fatigue or what it is, but didn't come across the net very well. And a good opportunity for North Dakota right there. And luckily, the puck didn't end up going off one of the defensemen, CC defensemen in the net. But Curtis, I don't know if he thought the defenseman had him or if it wasn't going to come around, but did not move across as well as we have seen him in the past.
Tigers have not lost to North Dakota in this building since December the 9th of the year 2000. They've not lost to North Dakota since October the 13th of 2001, and that was in Grand Forks when they opened the building. Tigers have gone the last 6 games against North Dakota in this building unbeaten. And they've gone the last 4 of this season and the last 2 of last season unbeaten. Testament to the intestinal fortitude of this team against what is, if not the greatest tradition hockey program in the nation, one of the top 3. Noah Clark loses a stick at the half board as he battles for it. Tigers still battling here. They're not sitting on this 4-1 lead. Noah battling along the boards neutral zone. Now takes down one of the Sioux. Noderman, those two have battled one another all weekend long and are still battling even though the puck's across the ice. Picked up by Sena with 2:20 to go. Sena backhands it in. Into the corner, they go after it, and this time the Tigers are hit with an icing call. Tigers were just trying to make a change, and Sena got a little more starch on that than he wanted to.
Well, and doing a good job. You can see him trying to put it in nice and easy so there wouldn't be an icing. But right now, CC's got to just make sure they get out there, play smart hockey. Like you said, keep going at it, get it in. You know, play the body, but make sure they stay out of any of the trouble. North Dakota right now throwing a lot of sticks and trying to put the hands in different faces and some punches. So you got to stay out of the trouble and make sure that you don't get yourself, out of next weekend series.
2:05 left in regulation. Sioux trailing 4-1. Wheeling in at the point. It's picked off by Goolsby. Steps around one man, backhands it into the zone. Blocked on the exit pass. Frischman on Schneider, and it goes into the far corner of the Sioux zone. 1:47 left, and this crowd has been treated this weekend. 2 terrific efforts by the Tigers. Marching down low as McMahon gets a shot off. It's over the crossbar, off the glass. He was taken down on his way to the net. Goal post dislodged, and a tripping call on the Tigers. And now with a 3-goal lead And going on the power play, Dean Blaze can do one of the things he really can set up well, and that's the 6-on-4, Jim.
Well, I mean, and it's a tough penalty here coming towards the end. CC just getting out of it a little bit, but I mean, you want to work right now for your goaltender. He's had a tremendous night so far, made some big saves, 23, you know, actually
looks like there's going to be coincidentals, Jim. Andy Schneider is going in again. He's got the hat trick for the box.
I think that's going to be the extra 2, though. And sorry, we got that late in the play. There's a little pushing and shoving, and I think that's going to be the extra calls. I think there's going to be an original against CC for the trip, and then a little unsportsmanlike maybe coming after the play.
Frischman and Petio for the Tigers, and Schneider for North Dakota.
But again, at this point, Curtis McElhaney, you know, and coming up with some great saves and a good night. So hopefully they can try and kill this off and play for their goaltender right now.
And Curtis McElhaney is, how about this? They were going to drop the puck, and Curtis McElhaney just threw both arms up because the goalposts are nowhere near where they're supposed to be.
Well, it might be a good, definite benefit for Curtis there, sitting there with the net turned around the other direction. But Curtis saying, hey, I'm playing goaltender. I'm not going to put my own net on.
No, that's right. I've done everything else here tonight but sell programs. We're getting word as the Sioux send it into the corner that Denver has swept Wisconsin, winning tonight 7-1. And Bucky continues to struggle. Boshenski up top, and a launch by Fuhrer, blocked by McElhaney. Puck behind the net, driven towards the corner. Picked up by the Sioux and brought to the point. Left point, thrown down low, blocked by the Tigers. Brought up top. They are not pulling. They are not pulling Sembita. Here's a shot that's knocked down by McElhaney. Rebound comes up top. Another drive. That deflects wide. Rebound goes into the corner. Pulled up the near side. Poked away. Grabbed by the Sioux. Brought up top. Picked up by Lundbohm. 1 minute left in the weekend. Here's a shot. Wide of the net. And a dive by Canzanello shoves it into the corner. Up top it comes to Lundbohm. Down to Boshenski. Swept away McElhaney. Picked up and a shot and another save by McElhaney. Kumak is stealing the thunder of the Sioux power play in the game's dying moments.
Well, you can see CC being a little exhausted there, kind of sitting back and letting North Dakota take the shots. But Curtis McElhaney seeing the puck very well, coming out of his net and control the rebounds. And a good job there, getting the whistle, obviously, get a change of a unit and hopefully get the opportunity to get the puck out of the zone.
North Dakota with one power play goal already. This is their 6th attempt. They have 3 power play goals on the weekend. 45 seconds left. It comes to the point. Picked up and thrown by Jones wide of the net. Tigers trying to dig it out, and the Sioux keep it in their possession. Right point Filling, left point Jones. Jones looking at Sena, comes back to Filling. Filling down to McMahon, sends it down low. And another penalty is coming. The Tigers are going to go down 5-on-3 with 26 seconds to go. A cross-checking call. And isn't it interesting this late in the game that now Zach Parisi is finally coming out on the ice? Is Dean Blaze afraid he might get hurt?
Well, I don't know. Actually, I think he was on. He just came off, to be honest with you. I think he was in front of the net, and he actually went down. And I don't know if it was Mark Stewart who gave him a good shot, and you could see him kind of limping off the ice. And I tell you what, Mark Stewart right there, though, getting a couple extra ones in there on the cross-check.
Well, it looks like it's going to finish on a 5-on-3 with 26 seconds to go. Sioux have it in the slot. Noterman a shot blocked. Now another shot. That's wide. Rebound up the near side. Lundbohm, top of the zone. Fuhrer, 12 seconds to go. Shot deflected wide off the stick of Mason. The crowd is on its feet. Another shot comes off the side of the net. 5 seconds to go. Parisi takes a shot. That's blocked. Boshenski centers. That's blocked. It is over. The Tigers fight off a 5-on-3 at the end of the game to sweep the Sioux. And now the only question remaining as the Tigers move to 8 points in front in the WCHA is, are they the #1 team in the country? Maine has lost. They've swept the Sioux. They should be #1 because they have earned it. A celebration around the Tiger net. And now a number of objects being thrown on the ice in the direction of the Sioux as they go to make their handshakes. Dean Blaze shaking hands with Scott Owens. As now we got Tyler Liebel in the handshake line, exchanging a few pleasantries with Colby Genoway and Jason Noterman. And Liebel working the crowd into a frenzy here and banging his stick on the ice. And Derek Shepard is coming over to talk with Tyler Liebel and is going to keep him out of the handshake line.
Well, I mean, actually, Tyler going through the line and getting towards the end, and I believe it was Jason Noterman again making some kind of comment, and Tyler just doing what he does best, irritating everybody. But I mean, what a great feeling for CC and everybody on the team, and obviously Tyler Liebel having a great game tonight, great game last night, showing his emotion there, getting the crowd riled up.
Well, the Tigers have done it. They have pulled off the sweep. We're going to see them. Let's stay down on the ice here as Peter Sena congratulates Mark Ranfrance. The Tigers raise their sticks. They have done it here at the Colorado Springs World Arena. It might have been the improbable. It might have been the impossible. But it is a fact. The Tigers are totally #1 in the WCHA. And come Tuesday, when all the polls are out, late on Monday, the Tigers may be #1 in the country for the first time since the championship year of 1995-96, the year they faced Michigan for the national title at the Riverfront Coliseum in Cincinnati, Ohio. It is a glorious weekend, one that will be looked upon over the years as an historic moment in this storied 64-year-old hockey program known as Colorado College Tiger Hockey. The Tigers are dominant. They are #1. The lead is 8 points in the league. And with those 2 games in hand that North Dakota has, Jim, they cannot catch them if the Tigers continue to win.
Well, I mean, and the Tigers have put it in their own court. And obviously tonight, talking about #1 in the league, definitely should be #1 in the country. I mean, there's no doubt. They came out tonight and really played the whole weekend, I think, basically for a total of 5 periods dominated North Dakota. I mean, there was opportunities just offensively, defensively, everywhere around, goaltending, and we're a better hockey team this weekend.
Down on the ice, the Tigers stars of the game by the announcer here are being introduced. Peter Sena was #3. Aaron Slattengren #2, and Curtis McElhaney just announced as the #1 star of the game. Now, something we need to throw into this mix here. They've played 2 more games, but Minnesota State Mankato is really only 6 points out of first place. They win tonight. They sweep Duluth. That's the next nemesis, and they'll be in here after the Tigers go to St. Cloud on Valentine's weekend. Now they'll have a week off, Minnesota State will, so the Tigers with 2 games in hand could push that lead from 6 points to 10, but it is clearly now the Tigers' race to win or the Tigers' race to lose, and I would put my money on the former given the way they're playing right now.
No, absolutely. I mean, and they do. They should be and deserve the #1 spot in the country, not only in the country, but they are #1 in the WCHA. They come out and really have a great weekend on one of the best, another best team in the country. And obviously Mankato coming in here, Minnesota coming here, they got still some pretty good big games. Got to go to St. Cloud, but again, it's in their hands. They got to do what they can do. Just go out and keep playing the way they can.
All right, we're going to go to the Tiger Tail. We'll give you the final numbers on tonight's game as the Tigers wrap this one up. Obviously, the score is 4-1. Now, North Dakota catching the Tigers with some penalties late in the 3rd period are able to fire shot after shot at Curtis McElhaney, but he said 1 was enough. They're outshot, the Tigers are, in the 3rd period, 15-10. Both teams with 28 shots on goal. Curtis McElhaney stops 27 of 28 shots, and each team winds up with 12 penalties. The Tigers with a 4-1 score, and it is probably as dominant as the score indicates, Jim, because the Tigers really had to work hard tonight, keep the Sioux at bay for the better part of 2.5 periods, and be patient. This was probably as patient and workmanlike win tonight that the Tigers had than a freewheeling victory.
Well, and again, I mean, it was a different team. I mean, we've seen CC be able to dominate some different teams offensively all over. But again, like you saying, they had to be patient, had to stick with their game, had to stick with their game plan, and did exactly that. Came out and just kept working, rotating 3 to 4 lines, doing what they were supposed to do defensively and offensively, and obviously it paid off.
The feature series on the weekend in all of Division I college hockey belongs totally to the Tigers. 5-3 last night. 4-1 tonight, and it's time for our Tiger Breakdown. We're going to be heading down to the ice in just a moment to visit with Scott Owens. The Tiger Breakdown is brought to you by Hoff & Lee Real Estate. They make the deals. You have one you need to make in real estate, then go to Hoff & Lee. The red and white signs are everywhere, residential or commercial. They'll get the job done. And talking about getting the job done, which is why Hoff & Lee is proud to be a sponsor of the Tiger Breakdown, Scott Owens is with us. And Scott, your Tigers got it done again tonight.
Well, you know what? It was a tough game. It was a very desperate team, North Dakota. They played extremely tough, in our face, physical. A lot of stick work by both teams tonight, but I was proud of our guys. It was a very good 60-minute effort. You know, we came out the first period, outshot them pretty badly, up 1-0, kind of hung around the second period and didn't make too many bad mistakes. And then I thought we stepped up our play in the third. You know, so I'm very proud. I mean, it's a different kind of a game and a different kind of a win for us, kind of a playoff type game actually tonight, and we had some different people step up.
No question about it. And maybe a little more patience was asked for and required tonight for a team that likes to get up and down the ice like yours does and fly at the net. You were a little more calculated tonight, but the patience and the perseverance truly paid off.
No, that's a perfect word, Jeff. We were kind of calculating a little bit, and it wasn't by design, but I think it was just the feel we had until we figured out what we were going up against. And you know what? We got contributions from a lot of people. In the second period, we had to shorten the bench a little bit, but you know, I thought our D-corps played great for the all weekend, and obviously Curtis made big saves when he had to. So a little different kind of a game, but maybe more of a playoff type game. And I'm just very proud of our club and the team. It's hard to sweep good teams in this league no matter where you are.
Coach, from up here, it looked like that you were kind of trying to match lines a little bit on that Parisi line with the Slattengren line. Slattengren, Joey Crabb, two actually freshmen, and then Colin Stewart. Not only did they basically check that line, but came out and offensively for you.
No, that's a good observation. That's exactly what we were trying to do, and it seems funny because you've got two freshmen in Slattengren and Crabb, and you got Colin Stewart. And Colin Stewart was playing with somewhat of a thigh bruise tonight, but he really, really played well, I thought, and really was a catalyst for a good defensive play. And then all of a sudden they have a, big-time, one-time goal, and they had some great opportunities, and that was the key. I mean, it's hard for us to match up with these guys when we have 5 freshman forwards in the lineup, and our top line we want to free up a little bit. But I thought that was one of the 3 or 4 keys of the game was the ability of that line, which is called our gold line, to do a good job on Parisi and Baczynski.
Well, I thought your freshmen, Scott, started to look like sophomores going on juniors at times tonight.
You know what? I made that comment to my assistant coaches early in the week in practice as we were watching some of these guys really starting to step it up. And you know what? They've been playing a key role for us all season long. We've had them surrounded by upperclassmen, and they've been holding their own, with the exception of taking the odd penalty here and there that freshmen are going to do until they figure it out. I thought they were just playing great. And then again, you get some big-time plays all weekend from freshmen.
Oh, the backbreaker looked like the patience of Joey Crabb spotting Colin Stewart. That was a picturesque play.
No, it was very nice. I was glad Joey Crabb got a chance to pick up a point because he's done some nice things for us the last few games. And he waited and he opened up, and Collins got a bomb when he connects, and he opened up there and just drilled it past. And I thought, the much maligned Josh Sambita played very well tonight.
The steam is easing out of the pressure cooker, it seems. You've got some space between you now and a lot of teams, and you can really concentrate on the things you're really concerned about, and that is how you play.
Well, you know what? Obviously this was huge for us, and it opens up a little bit of space and makes kind of a statement to everybody. But we've got to spend 3 days here just regrouping. We had 10 guys in the training room this morning, and I know we've got some other guys that are just beat up from this weekend. And a light skate on Monday and a light skate on Tuesday, and then we get organized for the Gophers coming in next week. And, emotionally, that's going to be just as difficult as this weekend.
I was restrained in our pregame conversation, but now I've got to ask you, as I asked a couple of your players last night, and probably too prematurely, are you the #1 team in the nation, Scott?
How did Maine do tonight? They got beat?
Yes, sir.
Well, we're up there. Yeah, we're up there.
Great answer, Coach. Great answer.
You need to go to the county clerk, declare party affiliation, and pick your office. That's what you need to do.
Well, you know what? I'm proud of our club, and we still have the most difficult schedule in the league to finish up with. And Minnesota at St. Cloud, the very mysterious Mankato team that just keeps winning and winning, and then Denver. So this was a huge step in the right direction for us, though.
Are you surprised?
You know what? I'm surprised that we've only lost 1 game in our last 26. I'm surprised in a lot of ways, but you know what? We're finding different ways to win. Different people are contributing. who would have thought that we would lose a special teams battle this weekend and still win both these games? And yeah, I'm a little surprised, but this team has tremendous character.
Well, when you don't have the special teams, it's those individual battles, and you certainly won more than your share of those.
And unheralded, our defensive core played very, very well, I thought. I mean, we didn't give up a lot of 5-on-5 shots this weekend. Curtis was a little sleepy last night in the first period, but played great for 5 periods. We have a nice team. They're team wins and not just individual wins.
Well, Scott, congratulations. Did you have another question for him?
Nope. I just enjoyed listening to it, and I like seeing him smile down there on the ice.
Oh, he's got a nice smile.
Great weekend.
He has a great smile. And I want to talk to some of the kids. I know that Saina and McElhinney had nice nights, as did Colin Stewart, but I want Joey Crabb and Aaron Slatgren, if you could find them for us, please.
Sounds great.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
That is the first phase of our Tiger breakdown. We're going to take a timeout. We'll get with the kids. The freshmen are going to talk to us about this year, the home stretch, the sweep, all of those things, and number one. It's all coming up after this timeout.
Adelphia now has news you can use, an informative program from experts on your health, home, family, food, and finances. It's interesting facts, useful and intriguing information. Plus, during the program, we'll let you know about websites you can visit for useful ideas, and we'll tell you where to send for free brochures and information packets. Adelphia's News You Can Use, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9:30 a.m. and 7:30 p.m. exclusively on Adelphia Network Television, Channel 2. It's news you can use.
Precision, accuracy, craftsmanship. Best Western Transmission. With Best Western Transmission's certified technicians and advanced technology, no one knows your transmission like the pros at Best Western Transmission. That's why we guarantee your transmission for as long as you own your vehicle, and at a price better than anybody else. The best warranty, the best price. The best in transmissions. Best Western Transmission.
When I wear black, even a little dandruff shows. And my old dandruff shampoo just wasn't cutting it. So I switched to Selsun Blue Moisturizing Shampoo. Doctor recommended for flakes and itch, with aloe and moisturizers for healthier hair and scalp. Never wear black without the blue. Selsun Blue.
Here in Maine, my skin gets really dry, cracked, and itchy. So I'm a Gold Bond Lotion believer. Unlike ordinary moisturizers, Gold Bond Lotion is medicated, so it soothes my skin and stops the itch.
Gold Bond. More than a moisturizer, it's medicated to heal dry skin.
In a land of eternal beauty, a legend was born. The story of a propane salesman and the woman he loved.
Don't be a hero, Hank.
It's too late. Hank Hill. Oh, Lord. Peggy Hill.
Good God.
And introducing Bobby Hill.
Did anyone else sniff today's garbage?
In an extraordinary animated comedy, King of the Hill.
Weeknights at 10:35 on TV-13.
We are back at the World Arena. Our Tiger Breakdown, brought to you by Hofford Lee, continues. We head down to the ice gym to talk with Joey Crabb. Joey is a freshman player. Joey, congratulations. How you feeling right now?
Pretty good. That was a huge weekend for us. We're so pumped up in the locker room right now. It's unbelievable, and we're so excited.
You having fun?
Yeah, I am. That was a lot of fun out there, and I thought the whole team did a great job, and we all had fun.
You're making your decision to attend a college. Colorado College extends you the offer, and right at that moment, you know you're going to sweep North Dakota, not lose to them at all, be in first place, and maybe voted #1 in the nation on the first week of February, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
That's a loaded question.
Everything was so peachy, and yeah, I mean, I knew that coming into Colorado College we'd have a great team, but I didn't know quite sure. I wasn't sure if we'd have the success that we had so far right now.
What do you think your keys to that success are right now at this point?
I mean, early, there was a lot of guys chipping in, and we were just getting rolling. But right now, everybody's chipping in: the freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors, and we got a lot of great players, and we got a lot of depth, and everybody works their, rear ends off every night. So
that was a pause.
Yeah, that was a pause. A good pause. Yeah. A very good pause. We got to get him on the TV a little more often. But hey, another question. I'm going to ask your line mate this too. You guys go out tonight and basically been matched up against the Zach Parisi line, and the phenomenon, this and that. And I mean, you guys come out and not only defensively shut them down, but create some offense. Is it obviously a little better, a little more sweet when you get the offensive side of it?
Definitely. I mean, we were going out there and we knew they were a great line, and they did do great. And I was pretty excited, and we were pretty happy about getting matched up against them. It was a big challenge. And we were happy to go out there and, not only, shut them down defensively, but also chip in offensively. So we weren't just focused on the defensive end, but we were also trying to chip in offensively too.
Joey, let's talk about the goal that you fed beautifully to Colin Stewart. That was like a pair of seniors who have been in this league forever and ever, who have perfect timing, who have worked together for 4 straight years. I know you're just a freshman, and patience is always a virtue. I know your mother told you that at some point during your young life, but you had to exercise it there. Tell us how that one all came about.
Slattengren, he made a great chip off the boards, and I was coming through the neutral zone. And Colin, he's got great speed, so he's right up in the play with me. And I just looked over, and he's got a great shot too, so I fed it to him, and he buried it.
Did you start to raise your stick as you made the pass?
I don't know. I didn't catch that. Maybe I did. If I did,
well, you're forgiven if you did. On a more serious note, we are in the stretch run. You do have a 6-point lead over Minnesota State, an 8-point lead over North Dakota. What is the feeling and the sense of mission with Minnesota coming in here next weekend?
It's no different. We're still going to come in hard. And it'll be a tough challenge. They're a great team, so it's going to be the same idea. Just everybody go hard and do their job.
Joey, one other question from me, and is this the most intense series you've had so far this year as an individual?
Yeah, definitely. That was tons of fun, and I knew a lot of guys on the other team, and everybody was going so hard. It was like playoff hockey, and everybody had fun, and having that sweep makes it even funner.
And last one I have for you, Joey, is there was a battle at Grand Forks. You didn't come away with a win. A couple of goal leads both Friday and Saturday slipped away. When you left that building, can you tell us honestly? We promise we won't tell Coach Owens if you guys looked ahead a little bit to this rematch.
Definitely. we are especially after the second game. We were pretty disappointed. It was almost like a loss. And having a 2-goal lead coming in with 2 minutes left and losing that was pretty disappointing. So we are definitely looking for a little revenge.
All right. Thank you very much, Joey.
Thanks.
See if you can find slats for us. Congratulations.
No problem. Thank you very much.
And we'll talk to you again later.
Sounds good. Thanks.
All right. That's Joey Crabb, and we're just being told that the computer, that wonderful computer, has named Colorado College the #1 team in the country. They lead the pairwise rankings. They lead the RPI. They lead the WCHA. And, of course, they've beaten Maine. So at least statistically, within the boundaries, the framework of the law, they are #1. Now, will the people who vote have the same sense?
Well, I think there's always going to be a difference. Somebody's out east or whoever it is, there's going to be a difference. But a well-deserved position for the CC Tigers right now. They keep coming out. They keep coming into these big games, big series, and they keep ending up on top. And very well-deserved to this point.
Tigers win here tonight by a score of 4-1. They won last night by a score of 5-3. That's 4 games straight this season without a loss to North Dakota. The last 2 times that they met were in this building towards the end of last season. They won both of those. The Tigers now have gone 6 straight against North Dakota without a defeat. And that comes on the heels of the very disappointing loss early in the season when they were picked to win the league and losing the opening WCHA series at Grand Forks. We're going back down to the ice. We have one of the other hero freshmen tonight, Aaron Slattengren. Aaron, congratulations. How do you feel about this weekend?
It's unbelievable. Everyone's at the top of the world right now. We came out and we played tough. They played a lot better tonight. I thought they played their physical game, and we just came out and matched them and brought a little bit more to the table. So it's very satisfying.
Well, I know that it's always a struggle for a freshman, especially those that are counted on and brought in because they have the potential to score, to turn that red light on or to pick up an assist here or there. And you've been very patient to have that happen. How does it feel in a series of this magnitude to have the reward start to come?
It's great to finally get on the board, and I think, our new line with Joe Crabb and Colin Stewart played, awesome all weekend, and we matched up against our top line tonight, and, we came out and scored 2 goals against them and held them, and, I thought we just played well, and I think the rest of the year should be, we'll be rolling, so.
Well, Aaron, you also had a good mucking and grinding muscle type goal against Wisconsin last weekend. It's starting to come in some bushels now, those points.
Yeah, I'm hoping for it. I've been waiting all year patiently, and I expected a little more, as did I'm sure the coaches and everybody else. But I think, if I peak at the right time at the end of the year and our line plays well, you know, you can't really ask for anything else. Everyone else has stepped up so far this year. You know, you really haven't needed too many freshmen scoring, but you know, by the end of the year, we're going to need everybody to step it up. And you know, I hope I can contribute. You know, scoring goals. You know, playing defense. You know, is nice, but you know, that's kind of my game: getting the points, passing the puck. So.
Well, you brought up the defensive point, and obviously tonight you guys going in, Coach Owens put you guys up against the Parisi line, and you know, I talked to your line mate about it, we talked to Coach about it. You guys ended up shutting them down. I mean, is it nice to know and nice to have that challenge going into like a game like tonight?
Yeah, for sure. You know, that gets you up for the game. You know, I mean, he tells you you're starting, you know, out there against them, and we came out and we took it to them right away, I think, and that, you know, we just set the tone and, you know, let them know that they weren't gonna have an easy night, and you know, we just showed them that all night. You know, first, second, and third period, and we didn't stop. So, everyone played great tonight, and we're real happy right now.
Well, the last one I have for you, Aaron, I don't know if you were listening before we put you on, but the computer has ranked you #1 pairwise. The power rankings ranked you #1 RPI. That's the message you can take into the dressing room after you leave. But how do you feel about that?
You know, that's awesome. I mean, you know, there's still a lot of season left. We got a tough schedule left, but you know, right now we're gonna savor this. You know, we're #1 in the country, and you know, #1 in our league. You know, by 8 points right now, and it's unbelievable. And you know, I mean, I think we can keep it going. Everyone's real exciting. I think next week we'll have a great week of practice, and then we got Minnesota, who's real tough. So we'll see what happens. But right now we're real happy, and we'll enjoy this win. So.
All right, Aaron. Congratulations. Nice job. Get those Gophers next week.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Aaron Slattengren, freshman forward for the Colorado College Tigers. Great to see the enthusiasm of the youth and knowing that they're every bit as a part of this as Peter Sena, who had a goal and 2 assists tonight.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And the younger guys came up big tonight. And, I mean, the older guys have been carrying it. I think the older guys doing a great job in the locker room. But obviously, these guys are freshmen as far as, you know, their schooling going. And that's about it. I mean, they're playing like seniors and juniors. I mean, coming out and doing a great job.
And they're also taking, because of the depth the Tigers have, the concern package for opposing coaches and teams from this to that. You got to worry about a lot of people. Oh, I mean, you look at say for Minnesota, they're going to look at the score sheet, look at some tape, and they're not going to be able to just say, okay, we need to shut down that one line. If we shut down the Noah Clark line, I mean, you know, we're going to be in good shape. They cannot do that. They've got to, you know, come out, like you said, with a whole broad plan, because everybody's contributing. Well, indeed, happy days are here again in Colorado Springs. The Tigers have swept the Sioux. Didn't lose to them at all during the course of the regular season. The postseason could be a different story, but I think the Tigers will attack it the same way as they attacked them this weekend. That's going to do it for us on television. We still have a ways to go on our postgame show. We'll have the highlights on radio, and we'll have the stars of the game, the shot of the game that's still to come on our postgame show. And on your screen now on Adelphia 6 from News 13, you see our next televised game. It's a week from last night, Friday, February 7th. It'll come your way on Adelphia 6 and on Sports 1240. For Jim Paradise, I'm Jeff Thomas. Thank you for watching. Good night, everybody.